ISO on Alex.
Chill. Give me the ball.
That's just how we gonna start this shit. ISO on Alex. All right?
Take it away.
I don't want no smoke. I don't want no
Give me the
heat.
ball.
But now, before we even get to that, yes, y'all may be a little bit confused. Y'all see the Need to Know podcast. Y'all see Eddin. A lot happened in the pod universe, in our pod universe at least the last few weeks. And so it could be a little bit confusing, but no worries. Have no fears. This episode was actually pre-recorded before all the bullshit happened this past few weeks. And so before we even dropped the episode, we just wanted to clear some things up. Wanted to talk directly to Rory and Mal. Fuck the comments. Fuck everything y'all said. I think it's important to just be accountable when you misspeak, when you have a misstep. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to do before we get into this Eddin episode.
Absolutely. In our response video, when I heard them call us liars, I thought they were referring to the contents of the meeting and or the meeting itself. I realized that they were really upset when I said, yo, why is niggas coming up to us? We're just staff. I want to correct myself for misspeaking. I apologize there. That was just a conversation amongst coworkers. No one got ran up on. Nobody got ran down on. So my apologies for not making that clear. We have no problem taking accountability on these sides. So I wanted to make sure we came up in here and was clear about that.
Facts.
And y'all got some really good jokes off in those comments.
Yeah.
Y'all got
I'm glad everybody got their jokes off.
That's
And, you know, it was if I was on the outside, I just like love watching the pod sphere. Yo, I would have been so happy this past month. It was like truly entertaining on the outside.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Sorry, it's at the expense of you guys, but sorry, it was mad entertaining.
Nah, it's fine.
But some of it is well deserved because, like, we thought we was really giving them something. But then on the look back, I'm like, wait, hold up, we kind of missed the mark.
He
didn't really hit the mark.
Yeah.
So it is important to just be clear. And again,
Yeah.
this is the last time we're going to talk about anything like this. I know we got accused of doing things for views and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That is never the intent. When we come on these microphones and we do this podcast, the intent is not to, let's go viral, right?
No.
The intent is to create
I actually
content,
went from
to
it.
connect with people, and just build, however that may be.
Yeah.
But two things can be true.
Absolutely.
So I do want to thank Rory Mal for allowing us to be put in a certain light. Not the best of lights, but y'all help the numbers. I can't be mad.
The light is the light.
Yeah, she was active.
I can't be mad. I cannot be mad. But just
She
being
was
clear.
active.
So we do apologize. We do take full accountability. My role is I could have checked Alex in that moment and said, yo, Alex, I don't think it happened that way. Let's reword that. Let's reshape that. Like you said.
But again, heat of the moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was all in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
And I know you, right? So I know your intent. I know what you mean.
Right.
I know, like, we're doing a podcast. Not everything is going to come out the way that it actually happened. There's some entertainment value. So I understood what was going on in the heat of the moment. So I didn't feel like, oh, wait, Alex, stop.
Yeah.
It's the fact police.
Yeah.
That is not like, that just wasn't my intent. But I can understand in hindsight, like, all right, he said something that was inaccurate. I, being another person in that room, could have been like, yo, this did not happen that way, right? We did not get approached as anybody airing their grievances to us, right? That is not how it happened. So, the accountability on all parts. I do appreciate them going on their platform and apologizing.
Absolutely, salute to them.
Mal, I thought that was very sincere, very authentic. And honestly, that's the version of Mal that I know. You know what I'm saying? So I was confused how we even got to this place. And Rory, it's love. Like, all of those guys, like, I fuck with them in a real way. Like, privately, publicly, like, I really do rock with them. So all the support and love to those guys.
And we rock with him, especially Eddin, because we asked him literally, like, we've been dying to have him on the show, and we recorded this literally over a month ago. And we saved it for this week specifically because he has a big event coming up in my bag, and we timed it perfectly. The timing couldn't have been funnier, but I mean, I know you guys are going to like this episode because I really like it. It was really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And shout out to Eddin, because he could have been like, yo, fuck y'all. I don't fuck with y'all. We're not going to put this episode out.
He was like, y'all can drop, like, I don't care. Like,
He's just like, all right, go for it.
Yeah.
So we do promise to not mention Rory Mal on the podcast, especially
like from now on,
Yeah, but in this particular episode, I'm sorry, guys, your name is gonna come up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But it's always in a good light. It's always in fun. Like, there's no ill will. There's no bad
I
feelings.
really I really do feel like after this though, it does seem like you guys are gonna stop talking about this though.
Yeah, I'm glad it went down this way. And I wasn't mad at all of the comments as well. Again, it's warranted. We don't have any problem taking accountability here. thank y'all for being so passionate about all of this stuff, man, for real.
Facts. And with that being said, we have a phenomenal episode with Eddin. Again, thank you, Eddin, for pulling up and not making us like can this episode. I was really afraid that we were going to lose this great content because we actually talk about his story, right?
Yep.
And
we got into a lot.
We talk about all the places that he worked and how he got to where he is. He's actually one of my favorite personalities in podcasting, just period.
Yeah,
So,
you have said that like way before.
he's one of my favorite personalities, period. So I was honored to have a conversation with him, and I'm glad we didn't let the bullshit get in the way of that. Because, again, last time I'm going to say this, but the sentiment is very, very true and real. We fuck with all of what they're doing. Everybody over there, all love to their fans. I don't know how y'all became so damn passionate, but they got a great bunch of people.
Y'all make this thing go.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all. And with that being said, we hope y'all enjoy this episode.
We were doing a drip check. And then things got fucked up. And he got Cartier glasses on. I just want to say that real quick.
Eddin.
And I just came in with like Zara. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. These are Uniqlo. Like
No, Zara has some heat, especially
I
Zara
got me a
men.
nice little Zara jacket in the car.
see, there you go.
Nice little Zara jacket.
This is take 2 of the Need to Know podcast. As you all can see, Eddin, he already knows about the drip check. Actually, so we've done the drip check a few times on the podcast, right? And I've always forgotten to ask him about his glasses.
Oh yeah.
I've never asked that.
That was like the number one thing for me. I'm like, I feel like the glasses are gonna be expensive.
As a producer, you pay too much attention.
I know
Yeah.
it's horrible.
It's horrible.
It's like the best and worst thing because it's like I'm gonna be like happy about the small things and then really mad about the small things
At the same time.
Yeah, at the same time. Yeah.
God damn it.
It's because he's a Virgo. I'm sorry.
That's not how. I don't think that's how that works.
I just knew it would annoy you. Sorry.
Are you doxing his zodiac
But they're
already?
very like detail oriented and perfectionist. I'm sorry.
Got it.
Wait, how'd you know he was a Virgo?
I just know everything.
Oh.
I'm kidding. He said it. He said it before.
Like, damn.
You got it.
Yeah,
Well, Need to Know family, we are back. Again, this is take 2. I feel like I would be wrong. I would be remiss if I didn't start with a drip check. So we'll do a speed round. We'll just do a speed round. We're not going to keep it on you too much. Let's just get in, out.
Just get in and out, right?
We know we got the Cartiers.
Will keep it on him because we're just gonna be caught up in talking about how fly he is. But
Don't
that's how it goes every time.
Yeah, this is my favorite
No,
segment.
let's just.
That's very nice, by the way.
My favorite segment.
Very nice.
Eddin, it's not nice.
Is it
Somebody in the YouTube comments told it because he tried to, shoot on one of my fits one day.
Oh.
So one of our
Oh,
marvelous.
so it came from a bad day.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I didn't
One of my-
realize
one
he
of-
was so fly. Like when I look at Regi, I'm like, yo, she's fly as shit. And Alex, I know you know how to put it together.
Be on
But
people.
I didn't know, like, you know how the rich white guys, like fucking Mark Zuckerberg,
Yes.
We're like
still wears
lame.
Target. Like
I
that's
ma-
how Alex
I
was to
mastered
me. I'm like, yo, this guy. So now I feel like I have to be informed and I got to understand what it is that he's wearing. So what is the lay for
Man,
today?
Shout out to the Need to Know listeners that want the real lay. The lay today, something calm, it's a little. I told you guys about this brand before. This honor the gift, Russell Westbrook of the Los Angeles Clippers. I got a nice little sweatsuit on.
Did he send that to you personally?
No, but you can send something because I do purchase a lot.
You
and
do,
I, And we really here collectively like honor the gift. So if anyone's listening or watching, we all get fly here, including Eddin.
Sponsor us. Yes.
But yeah, man, come little sweatsuit, come little Prada's on the feet. You know what I'm
Period.
saying? Little Young Thug Spider brand hat. That's it. Something calm. In and out like a quickie.
The shoes.
Prada. I said it already.
I didn't hear that. I didn't catch
The
I
glasses.
didn't catch Prada.
Huh?
The glasses?
It started with a C and with an R.
Cartier.
I like what you did there. I like what you did there.
That's that serious money.
Good. It gets serious.
That's
That
that
was
serious
beautiful.
And we
money.
don't know what the T-shirt is either.
Oh my goodness.
You wearing a t-shirt?
Wow, it's even fly underneath.
Why? Wait. Hold up.
That's a
You
fire.
wear a hoodie. It's supposed to be a regular,
Yeah.
plain white t-shirt.
Yeah, girls don't even wear anything under the hoodie.
Why do you have a designer t-shirt under the designer hoodie?
I knew it.
Eddin, you too good.
I knew it.
Everything
I
got
thought about it. I was like, I'm gonna save this for later.
everything got to feel premium and plush. Shout out to Well Engineered.
I respect that.
This is my cousin's brand.
That's
Oh,
dope.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
go shop over there. But yeah, thank you
How
for
do you
making me
do
feel
that?
uncomfortable.
Like, how does he do it?
Thank you for making me feel uncomfortable because
Alex, your outfit is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's dope.
You
All right.
are so stylish.
you're a girl, so I feel good now.
That's how it
Because
works.
men can't take compliments.
No, you know us. We can't take compliments.
I'm
trying
not
to get
mad
like
at
you,
that.
bro.
At this point in the podcast, you either know or you don't know, but we are here to let you know. Normally, we like to introduce everybody. It is what you need to know. It's when you need to know. I would say it's who you need to know, but I'm sure if you're in the podcast space, you already know who this guy is. All right.
Yeah. Or should
Video extraordinaire, DJ. You get what I'm saying? He likes the one. You don't like that. You don't like
I didn't
this
know.
shit?
I didn't like the.
Oh no, that was me.
It was double.
I'm just like,
The
Now I'm
was
gonna keep
like
doing it.
agreeance.
my anxiety.
That's agreeance. That's agreeance. You get what I'm saying?
Even he's a personality too, you know.
I know.
I'm gonna make you feel as uncomfortable
Yes.
as you
The
made me.
imposter syndrome hitting me more and more.
He's a social media
In my head, it's like, no,
star.
I'm not.
Yes, I like his social. Your social media makes me jealous.
Yeah?
It shows me how little of a personality I actually have.
No.
That is not true.
No,
No.
he's
No.
bro. Listen,
No.
I'm gonna be honest. Every time somebody gets here, I'm honest with them. Am I not?
Yeah.
He's him. I,
Yeah.
fuck
I
with how he
appreciate it.
moves. Like I like it.
No, we actually do really love Ed, like genuinely, not
Yeah.
just like for this episode, but we be in the group chat. I'd be like, oh my god, Eddin is so silly and funny. Oh my god,
It's true.
Yeah.
right?
She's
right.
not lying.
Legit, she is not
Now
lying.
I wonder what I did that was silly, and I'm like,
Are you saying that he showcases his personality really well on social media?
I think I have admiration for people who don't take themselves too serious.
Ah,
and Eddin
we
has never
spoken
given
about
me
I
that.
don't
that.
take myself serious.
I don't think. No, if I had to bet, no, I don't think you do.
Yeah, I don't.
But yeah, he's one of the producers, personalities, voices on the Rory Mal podcast.
Yeah.
I actually was introduced to
that's
him through.
I'm compensating, okay?
He said,
I'm trying to compensate. I gotta do things with my hands.
I feel like this is the longest intro ever. I'm just gonna say thank you, Eddin.
Yeah.
Let's clap it up.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Do that.
oh my god, you really can't take compliment. He really was like,
He over here breathing, huffing and puffing.
I'm such the opposite.
Yeah.
I love compliments.
I was just like, oh, god damn.
No, man. Thank you for pulling up. We
Welcome to
appreciate
the
it.
pod.
appreciate
Welcome
y'all,
to the
for real.
pod.
Thanks, man.
Nah,
Thanks a
absolutely. I tried to get through all your accolades and all the hats that you wear and all that you do. You wouldn't let me. It's okay. I'm glad that you are here. But I do want to start with our mixer because you actually blessed us with your presence.
I appreciate
with your
y'all having
set.
me.
Thank you.
Like,
Yeah.
thank you. Anybody who doesn't know, if you're new to the podcast, we have a party. Let me not say party. Are we allowed to say party? It
I
turns
don't
into
know.
a party.
Last time that shit was a
That shit-
party.
It turns into a party.
shit goes
but
That was a
up.
party
A
when I was
vibe.
there.
Yeah.
only because people like Eddin come and
Eddin.
turn that shit up.
Yes.
That
Absolutely.
shit was fun.
This year we threw out a Need to Know mixer. Eddin, he was one of the DJs that came through, provided the music, provided the
did.
vibes, and it was an amazing time. So I just want to say thank you because that's a part of us. That's what we do.
Not for nothing, man. The baddie started shaking shit when you got on tape.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, you played some special shit, like special mixes.
I was there
We
for one
appreciate
time,
it.
for one thing and one thing only. For that and to play Neo.
Yes,
Those were my
Yes!
two
That was it.
requirements.
You made sure our guy SaVon was covered. I
Who
like
was, who
it.
was I asking? Was I asking you? I was like, what would you guys like? And then I always make sure to
Regi.
ask that for a party, you know? Especially if it's like a special party, like an anniversary. Like, I'm like, okay, what do you guys want to hear?
Yeah.
Neo. That was the one thing I
And
saw. I
Vibes
was like,
Cartel.
Neo. I was like, yeah, Vibes Cartel. Neo.
Yo, wait. He actually told you like our list.
He gave me like a somewhat kind of
Okay,
list.
so
it wasn't
'cause
like
for SaVon it was Neo, like Neo's greatest hits, and then for Alex it was like Bend It Like Banana Vibes Cartel, and then
Oh, I
there's
definitely
me.
got that
I
one.
said
I definitely got that one.
no, I said Take You Home by Bow Wow. Mine was like really random, so we appreciate
But we
you.
did split up our set list.
Artist
So there's something-
Must, Neo and Burna Boy. First song that was on that list. I Hit It First by Regi.
That was me, guys. Sorry.
You're sick.
Second song was Throat by Gage.
Yeah, that's me. That's not me. That's me. We coming on your thumb, and I'm thumbing on your throat.
Let's see. What was the last one? Plies and Akon Shoddy.
Was that me?
Yes, that was definitely you.
And there's stuff in between, but that's not. It wasn't a bad list at all. I was like, oh hell yeah.
Our personalities was definitely infused into the music.
For sure.
Definitely was
To
infused.
say the least. To say the
Who
least.
was the one that was like most hammered from that day?
Easily me.
Yeah.
I don't remember the night.
I wasn't drunk at all. I remember every single little detail.
The funniest part about this is going into it. SaVon's like, "Hey guys, you know, usually when we throw these mixers, we get so hammered." And we don't really take the pictures we're supposed to. And we don't really congregate together how we're supposed to in the party. And look at this motherfucker. 4 drinks in, 20 minutes in.
Yes.
This nigga-
Well,
Yo.
Did you come late to our own mixer?
who, me? No, I was there early. Remember? I helped set up.
He
Don't do that
helped
to
out.
me.
Okay, yes.
Don't
I
do
was
that to me.
proud.
I was
We
there early.
compromised. We
You double
compromised.
back.
Oh, yeah.
He double back.
I
Because
double
he did
back.
that
last
the first
time.
year, and I got mad at him for it. And
Yeah.
then this year, he compromised.
cleaned
He
it up.
really to help us set up, and I really appreciate it.
Cleaned
The
it up.
growth.
Yeah, I was there. I was there early this year. But the reason I was mad at Eddin,
Yeah.
and then we can kind of get into the party.
Oh, you were mad at me?
I was
Oh.
upset with you. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Please
Like,
tell
I
me.
wanted to text you and curse you out the next
What did
day.
I do?
Because now maybe I should be mad at us. Maybe I should take some accountability because our party was from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yes.
Okay.
We had a strict hard out. Anything
Oh,
after,
okay.
we would have had to fucking pay. I knew in my heart of hearts, guys, we probably should extend this. Okay. No.
I was
Regi.
texting in the chat. I was like, guys, how much would it cost to extend this?
Probably
I
like
have
another
the proof.
$450 or some shit like that.
I was willing to spend my life savings on your playlist.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because
That's
once
not a bad
you
thing.
started vibing, bro,
I had more too.
it was over.
What is it about DJs and not wanting to take requests at parties?
It depends.
It's
It really
annoying.
always
Yeah.
depends on the request. That's my biggest thing. When people come up to me and they're like, "Oh, can I ask for a request?" I'm like, "Okay, it depends on what it is." It's not a 50-50 thing. It's
Like,
like
you have to use your judgment.
yeah, it's like a 75-25 chance of like it's gonna be bad. 70, like for sure 75-20. It's so rare.
I could imagine it being like annoying. You're in the middle of your set. You already have the next thing queued up, and then there's some random bitch coming up like, "Oh my god!"
It's usually dudes, by the way. It's usually dudes
Oh, shit, my
asking
bad.
for a girl or asking because they want to dance with a girl. Something like that, which is like, I don't want to fuck up the vibe.
Yeah.
I want you to get what you want to get, right? And it might be a good song, but maybe it's not something that's like, going to hit right now. So I'm like, okay, so give me a bit. And now, then there comes the people who just like come constantly. Same person asking for the same song.
Because they're
Same
drunk.
song. Oh, yeah, same
yeah,
song.
yeah.
Same song. And at that point, I'm like, you might not hear the song ever. ever.
I realize y'all get into that mode.
Oh, yeah.
Because
yeah.
you start looking at your watch, you go, damn, I told that nigga to play that shit
Yeah.
an hour ago.
Oh, they'll stand right there? Oh, my God. I'll be like, come on, man.
But you're really gracious with how you like go about your request.
Wait, can I just show you guys something?
Please. What's up?
Because because you're completely valid and you're an amazing DJ, so clear that's your job to curate the vibe. So you have your set list, and then I understand where you're coming from, and I agree those bitches are annoying. But then in my head,
She said it like that, by the way.
I know, I'm sorry. And I said in my head like, damn, I've definitely done this a million times. And you know how the party's like really loud. And so I get really drunk sometimes when I go out, and then I go to the DJ and have requests, but then they can't hear me, so I write it on my notes.
Oh,
and I'm
boy.
like, I wonder if I have a note, and look at the date and look at what it reads.
See, it's not just me. It's not just
For the
me.
listeners.
Okay, it says from June 11th, 2022, in big
that's
capital
sick.
letters. Can you play Neo Stay?
What time was that?
At 1:55 a.m.
Jesus Christ.
That's a sick
song,
request.
yeah.
That's a
What is
1:55
wrong with me?
a.m.
No, I
On
hang
a
out
Sunday?
with SaVon too much because why am I requesting Neo
I have
Stay?
no idea. I don't
That's
even
a
think I was
sick
around you
request.
that night.
I don't know
June
why.
11th, I wasn't there.
Oh, I was just thinking of SaVon. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
you
that's
was
not
outside.
good.
You
I
just
want to hear
outside.
Neo at 2 a.m. That's fucking crazy. Like, okay, sorry, I just had to share that.
But talk about them DJs too, though. Do a lot of them come in with like a prefix list already, meaning that is the reason why they don't want to take any requests?
So, no.
No? Yeah.
It just sometimes it's not fitting what's going on right now. So like maybe this is not the time for that. maybe this is dancehall time. Maybe this is Amapiano time. Maybe this is hip hop time.
Yeah.
Maybe this is sing along time. So like let's say if I'm trying to do, everybody's going crazy, dancing, daggering, whatever, right? And then you come up to me and ask me to play like Keisha Cole Love. I'm be like,
That ain't it.
you're gonna have to wait a little second for this one. Or it's like So Far Left, and they're like, yo, play like Don't Stop Believing by Journey. And I'm like,
Oh my
I'm
god.
like, all right, this
That's
is
when you know
not
the
time.
party over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everybody drunk.
Turn the lights on.
Yeah. Turn the lights on and shit.
It's stuff like that. I mean, but a lot of us
Yeah.
do have like pre-made like mixes or crates that we kind of made for the party specifically. But then that's why I kind of asked you. I'm like, okay, what kind of vibe you guys want? I assessed it from that. I'm like, cool, prepared a crate. And then I had other stuff ready too. So I was like, all right, let's do this.
Got it, got it.
Prepare to crate for us,
Oh, yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
So I got a question for you. What do you identify as, right? Because
Wait, what?
No,
Let him rock.
This is the hard left.
Nah, you gotta understand, like, because the guy, he got so much going on, right? He's a podcaster.
Oh, professional, like
he's
a
what do you identify?
job career wise?
Yeah, career wise, you do so
No,
much.
because
got
we're talking about parties, and he's like, "What are your preferred pronouns?"
You know what's funny? I've always thought about that, and I have for like the last 5 to 6 years in terms of just kind of dibbling and dabbling and everything. Because I mean, which I appreciate when you did the whole intro thing. Yeah, I do a lot. I'm an entertainer.
Ooh,
At the end of the day,
I love that.
I'm an entertainer. Whether it's like me making visuals for other people or visuals for myself, DJing for people, doing podcasts, I'm here to entertain.
Got it.
You know, so like I try to be efficient as possible to kind of make shit better, make content. You can call me a content creator too. That works too.
I love that.
But I'll go with entertainer.
Yeah, because everything you're doing is entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's like curating the vibes with music, being on camera, being funny on Twitter.
Be
So,
behind
yeah.
camera, shit like that. Yeah.
Did you know that podcasting was going to get lucrative? Because you've been behind some pretty big podcasts.
Yeah.
And for a while.
Yeah.
Like before everybody was really on the podcast wave.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So the way I even got into podcasting was because I was just listening to some podcasts when I was like, I was editing photos for like a shoe company called Greats.
Okay.
And I was like, I gotta listen to something, but I didn't want to listen to like audiobooks and stuff, so I got into podcasts. I was listening to Brilliant Idiots.
Most people.
Got it.
Yeah. And then they had Horrible Decisions on, which is funny because we're in Mandy's studio. Shout out to Mandy, right?
Shout out to
And then I saw that they like kind of wrote on IG that they like wanted interns and stuff, right? But they wanted a graphic design intern. I didn't know graphic design. I went on their IG and I was like, hey, I know graphic design, right? And then I had made them like flyers.
Like that.
Yeah, like you gotta finesse a little bit, right?
on the application.
Because I knew what to do.
But you gotta lie on it.
Exactly. And they wanted it for free. And I was like, all right, cool, I get it, you know? It's like, work is work. I was like, fuck it, right? I go on.
I love that.
Yeah.
He's like, I get it.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it. It's a hustle for me too,
It was
right?
a different time back then, you know?
Exactly. So I was like, all right, made some flyers for them, whatever. Eventually, they did a New York show at John Jay, I think it was. Yeah, at John Jay. That's where I met Alex, who did Flagrant. I got to lock in with them.
Alex Media.
Yeah,
'cause
Alex
we got
Media. Shout out to Alex
on our
Media.
pod.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to all the Alexes in this space.
Right?
Hey.
So met Alex.
Yeah.
We linked up and whatever. And then like the sad part of the story is that for where I kind of came in even more so was when he actually got locked up in Sweden. Which is crazy. Yeah. It was
I
just
do
some fuck
remember
shit that
that.
happened in Sweden.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was like some dumb shit.
Damn.
So Andrew remembers seeing me when I was there. And he was like, hey, can you like hold this down? I was like, sure.
Andrew Schulz.
Andrew Schulz, yeah.
Got it.
And then I did that show, Flagrant 2, for 3-4 years? 2-4
Wow.
years? Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
at the same time, I hopped on to Brilliant Idiots as well. So the same show I started listening to for a podcast is the show I was working with.
Yeah.
I
At
love
the same
moments
time
like
doing
that.
Horrible. Which
So
is kind of crazy.
It's funny because
circle moments, yeah.
I told you off air there was a story. I feel like I might have shared this moment with you, but maybe I didn't because I was so blasted. Every time I see you, I get blasted. I have to stop that.
yeah.
But
It ain't stopping today. You feel me?
for sure. But the first time that I heard your name, I was introduced to you way back in Flagrant 2 days. It was actually when Kaz was on the show.
Shout out to Kaz, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's how early on I remember hearing your name.
wow.
And at that time, I was probably maybe about a year in with Joe. I was working with Joe Budden. And similar to you, I lied on my application. All right. I tweeted him. I said, hey, you need an intern. I'm your guy. I live 10 minutes away from wherever it is you record. I really lived an hour and a half away. But needless to say,
a good
same
love it.
mindset is like,
Love
all right,
it.
fuck it. We got to make this thing work.
Exactly.
So I didn't know that about you. We both some liars.
Yeah. Fuck
Salute.
yeah.
Salute
For
to the
best
earth
way
signs.
Right, exactly.
I love this.
See?
I
No,
love
I
that.
think everybody, the moral of the story is everybody listening to this, everybody lie on your resume. Please.
Yeah, lie.
You're going to learn on the job. If you're a hard worker, you're going to learn.
Yeah.
Everybody lie on your resume. I'm not even like joking
And
right
on the
now.
application.
Yes.
Lie on both.
But
you gotta have
don't
the
be
work
too far
ethic.
left though. Don't be too far left and lie.
No,
Because
lie
if
about
you
everything.
really can't do it,
Yeah. You're gonna get exposed
yeah,
early.
you're gonna get exposed.
No,
Yeah.
because I feel like if you got the job, even if you lied, I feel like you were meant to get the job. So just lie. Everybody, don't listen.
Work it out.
Lie.
Okay.
Start looking at all the YouTube videos to fix everything
Yes.
up, like
That's the
ASAP.
thing, we have YouTube now.
Yeah, we got YouTube University. Like you can look every single thing
excuses.
up for real.
So you started Flagrant 2. You started with Andrew Schulz. You started with Alex. Then you went to Brilliant Idiots. And then I know you did Horrible Decisions for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, tell me how that was for you, that experience, what you learned there. Obviously, you're a little bit, you're further along now.
Yeah.
But yeah, how was it working with that collective of people?
Man, I mean, with Flagrant 2, we would be in Engine Room, which was by what is it, Wall Street.
Yeah,
It
I've
was
been
on
over
Wall
there
Street.
for some like music sessions.
Yeah, people will usually
Big
do it
rats
for
outside.
exactly right. So you do music sessions or whatever. It's a small place. All the way in the back, they had a room rented. Loudspeakers that were had a room rented.
Okay.
Got it.
We do that. We'd set up every time because it'd be different podcasts doing stuff there too from that same network. So it's build up, take down, and then eventually I started editing and stuff like that. And at that time, I had slow ass internet. Super slow internet. I hate Spectrum internet.
That's the
That
worst.
made my days
is the
horrible.
worst.
Like it would take,
fact.
let's say
You got
the
Verizon?
video. Now I got Verizon. Oh my god, that's heaven sent. I'm looking
1
for
gigabit.
apartments right now.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, like I need Verizon in that building before anything else, right? So we did that. So like a video would take like 3 hours to upload, and it was like an hour video. Like that's how
Those
bad
were
it
the
was,
days,
and I
like,
hated that.
yeah.
Doing all that. So I'd work on Brilliant as well. Do the same thing. Set up cameras and stuff because we would tape over at the iHeart Media building, right? Set them up, bring them down, bring them back, and carry a whole big ass suitcase everywhere. Horrible is kind of the same thing, but I really more so was kind of doing audio for Horrible, and things were already set up there in that spot for that, so that was kind of a blessing at the same time. But I do like every once in a while like editing and stuff like that.
Got it.
Compare that to now, I mean, shit. Thankfully, Weezy and Alex opened up a studio after the pandemic, WTF Media Studios, right?
Yeah.
And that place is dope. and I was there with them, like building that shit with my hands with them, the first studio that they did, and that was a lot. You know, that kind of humbled me in the sense is like, yo, this is like literally, you just see so many podcasts.
Yeah.
You see a lot of podcasts, and like just people just figuring out their own concepts, how to like, because thankfully I was working with like the big podcast at that time.
Off rip,
right?
for sure.
Off rip,
Absolutely.
which is
Yeah,
great.
Off rip is crazy.
And then you can just kind of get to learn like little gists in terms of like producing. Like that's a big thing. You can come on here and just talk and that's it. But obviously you guys got things organized. You got your group chat, figure out what the topics are. She got clips, you know, that we're about to find out about later, you know? You know.
Gonna set it up.
And then it's just a lot. It's just a lot.
A lot that goes into it.
Exactly. And then working with these guys, you know, the biggest thing I get from Rory Mal is creative liberty. You know, like we kind of all like hear each other's ideas, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But we always give each other like a second to make sure we like give it a chance.
Yeah.
And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's great. And it's like a double-edged sword at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you got to try everything you can.
For sure.
Especially when it's like a topic. Like there's always played out topics.
Yeah.
Like how long are we gonna hear about Drake in like a span of 2 weeks? You got to figure out different angles. I was just telling y'all about that.
Different angles on it, right?
How many times y'all talked about Drake in the last 2-3 weeks?
Oh man,
Every week. Shout out to our SEO on YouTube.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it works out.
And we
It
never
works
gonna
out.
stop.
Let's
Exactly,
do it.
right?
Yo, Drake, drop one of them albums again, my nigga.
Again.
We need that.
And it
So we
helps
can talk
out.
about it.
It's great.
It do,
it's
it
just
do.
it gets stale. It
Yeah.
can get
Yeah,
stale.
for
like,
sure.
Personally, it can get stale.
Absolutely.
And just working things out with that.
So before we even get to like the Rory Mal chapter, because Alex and I, we work with Rory Mal for a very long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Salute to those
I know
guys.
there's a lot that we can connect through there.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got your war stories with those guys. I got my own personal stories with those guys. Shout out to Rory Mal.
Yeah.
But just to go back a little bit, Andrew Schulz, we see his ascension. We see what he's doing in a
motherfucker's
comedy
crazy.
space. Obviously, Charlemagne the God. But again, I got introduced to you through Flagrant. So seeing where Andrew was and where he is today, and obviously you doing your own thing. I know Alex is still with Andrew. What is that like for you?
Andrew was bound to take the show where it is now.
Like
Without
you
a doubt.
saw it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because it used to be called Flagrant 2. Right, so like the sports, like the basketball terminology, where like you go too far and you get like you're
You get
basically out the
ejected from the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That changed down to Flagrant. Andrew has always kind of wanted to take it from like a sports show to like just a regular show or like a comedy show. And I saw that as time went by. What's funny about where we are right now, his studio, the first studio he had, like his first official studio, his own studio, maybe like 3-4 blocks from here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not that far.
Got it.
It's kind of crazy.
Brooklyn
Right?
is a creative area.
Oh yeah, for sure. So when I took the train here and I was like, I remember being here before. I was like, oh yeah, Schulz's studio wasn't that far from here.
Got it.
Now they're all like in Manhattan and shit. That motherfucker's crazy. He's crazy.
Got it.
I gotta be honest. I gotta salute Andrew because
Yeah.
if you would have told me from his Guy Court days
Yeah,
that this
right.
is what his career would have turned into, I would have been just shocked.
All the people that were on Guy Code, by the way, it's like
Yeah.
there's like it's Pete Davidson,
Yeah.
Akash, shout out to Akash, also part of Flagrant, Charlemagne, and then Andrew, Chris DiStefano. Just a lot of people there. It's kind of crazy how that turned out. To a different era.
Because
telling
everybody, you could tell in a show like that, you could tell everybody is like extremely talented though. Since then, like you could already tell. So.
Yeah, they were on tour and shit for that show. Like it's kind of crazy. But yeah, Andrew, I keep saying he's crazy, but I say that in the best way possible.
Yeah.
His brain does not stop working. Like it was like a lot. It would be a lot in one day.
You mean crazy as in like extremely big dreams, right? Like
Yeah.
in that type of way, yeah.
Yeah. He knew what he wanted.
And
He
it's
knew
like
what he wanted.
limitless with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is like for someone who was just entering the game like that, I was just like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But he knew what he wanted at the end of the day. And it's kind of crazy to see how the show has like excelled in terms of just like YouTube because he went from like doing mainly just sports, having people, just having so many different guests to then just having comedy guests and then just having YouTubers. And I was just like seeing that. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And I'm like, that's great. Like, you know, I stepped out and around like COVID time because my mom was sick.
Okay. Oh,
So like they were still going on. They didn't stop.
Yeah.
They went to Miami.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh my
I remember.
goodness.
Yeah, they did
The
not
whole
halt-
crew
He
went.
Did he buy a studio out there?
Yeah, he had a
Yeah,
studio out there
whole
for a while
crew.
too.
I
That is
remember that.
wild.
I remember that.
He basically transformed his, like he took his studio and put it down there.
Got
Like,
it. Got
He
it.
He was
did
like, I'm not
stop.
stopping.
Oh yeah, he did not stop. And for me, I couldn't do that, so I was like, damn. So I stepped out. It was always cordial. It was always chill, and it was always great working. Those guys helped me stay afloat in terms of like creativity. So I'm always grateful for that.
That's what's up.
What a story.
Yeah.
I love hearing like you witnessing someone like Andrew like that because I believe in like people, they just like have the vision. Like they were born knowing, and they have like that message from God. So like I love hearing that. It's beautiful and inspiring.
Nah, for real. And honestly, you've kind of got to see the production side with things. See, that's where me and SaVon really relate to you, man. And why we've always admired you from afar. Because I don't really think people understand what it means to pay your dues in this space. Or even paying your dues while also maybe even pivoting with what you want to do in life.
Right.
Right? Like, I remember when I first got out of college, SaVon, I was taking pictures and shit. Like, I was shooting music videos and shit. And eventually, SaVon and I got together on this. It was like, you know what, let's kind of take it this route. I guess what I'm asking you is, Rory and Mal, of course, presented a opportunity to speak and be on camera and be on mic. Is there a preference on what you do more between that? Or do you feel comfortable now?
You know what's funny is that aspect kind of grew on me from even Flagrant 2 days, where like they would be like Andrew and Akash and Kaz were comfortable with me like giving my 2 cents every once in a while just to kind of relay information, stuff like that. I always liked just knowing my position. I'm your engineer. I help produce the show,
and you're good with that.
But
like,
I'm cool with like, okay, if you really need me to talk, I'll talk. But I will never try to go and grab the mic and stuff. I'm not. It's not my
like,
show.
Oh, I want to be the star.
It's not my show. Same thing with Rory Mal. Same thing with WHOREible. Same thing with Brilliant. I'll never act like it's my show.
But you are a standout. You realize that?
We have said that in our chat. We have said that.
I appreciate that.
Like, you are a standout. The fan.
Again,
I know you're on Reddit.
Yeah,
you gotta be on Reddit.
Oh yeah,
if you're on Reddit, I know I'm on Reddit. They love him on Reddit. But if you get Reddit, you're the man.
I have the most fun when they insult me on Reddit because I'm like, damn, that's really good.
Wait, what's a good insult? Because I appreciate a good insult.
Don't tell the people that, Regi.
What's it called? They told me that I look like the guy from Kim. God damn, the guy from Kim Possible who always like shit.
Rufus?
See? No, not Rufus.
No,
Also,
the
he just called me naked roll right. Nah, I'm offended. That's crazy. There was other people. He went straight for the mole rat, which is wild.
Homie, they used to be on the computer, right?
That's crazy.
He used to tell Kim the missions and shit.
They said that was academics too.
Yeah, I ain't like when they said that.
I see that.
Because they inside his house and on the TVs.
Man, I saw that and I was laughing my ass off.
That's a good one.
His name is like Wade. Right?
Wade, yeah.
But he was like a genius, so that's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Yeah,
I
just didn't see that.
That's
not
not
like
a
whenever you
compliment.
reference as a cartoon character, I'm like, okay, that's a compliment.
Well, not in terms of looks, but like, you know, the same vibe.
Efficiency,
You're like on the,
exactly.
Yes.
So that part, I was like, damn.
Hey, the operation does not move without him. So
hey, see,
period.
Back to what we said at the top of the episode. I feel like you can enjoy podcasting more when you don't take yourself as serious.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that was another benefit of working with these guys with Flagrant.
Yeah.
They're all comedians. They just cut each other's ass
all day,
24/7.
Yeah,
group chat. Like anywhere,
everything
you can get it. Everyone could get it in that room. It did not matter. So that helped me build like tougher skin too. Even though I was always like, I'm always good with taking a joke. Like I don't. It's
your first episode. I feel like they bombed you.
Oh, 100%.
That's how I remembered you so fucking vividly.
I don't remember
because
exactly
the first 3 episodes. It was
They were just making fun of
who
him?
is this dude?
So to this day, it's the worst thing ever, but it's the funniest thing. So they one time they called me a turkey. Like I'm built like a turkey.
Nah.
Now watch this, right? So they would at one point.
Allowed to laugh? I feel
No,
like,
yeah. I'm not. That is not.
Okay.
That's funny.
Because that shit was funny.
Man, for me to feel like so offended, it has to be like so personal.
Yeah.
No, okay, because
so
I feel like
personal.
I'm misunderstood because like I've leaned into the whole like I'm the girl on the pod, like I'm sensitive, like I've leaned into that, but like I don't mind if you make fun of me and the joke is good, but if you make fun of me and the joke is like just oh my god, this
that's
is not
where
that
I'm kind of
funny.
like,
but then I hate speaking up like, oh my god, that was not that funny, because I don't want people to think I was
I'll
offended. No, like, I'm not offended. I just don't think it was like that funny. Like I feel like it's very outdated, something like that. But I just have to, you know,
I'll
roll with everything.
Very much be in a conversation. Like, we can do better.
No, yeah, like,
we can do way better.
Have a more current joke, and I will appreciate it. Like,
so because of that turkey thing, they would drop turkey emojis on my IG. Mad random people. I didn't know would drop it, right? And it's so funny because every Thanksgiving, which is coming up, I will get
your
turkey
emojis ready.
All these years later?
Yeah. Oh yeah. To this day, I remember it was during the summer. I was like mad lit. I was just out. It was like 3:30 a.m. somewhere. And I just get a comment on my IG, and I don't even have notifications on, so I gotta go on the app to see the little red thing and shit, right? And I'm like, oh, someone commented on my shit. Turkey emoji.
Did it at first? Were you as like lighthearted about it at first, or at first did it bother you? Honestly, it didn't. Okay,
No,
Okay,
I don't know.
love
I
it.
don't know why though. I try to think about that every once in a while.
You're
like,
built for this. Think
Like
about
why built for what?
Like because if it didn't
Are
bother
you
you're
calling me a
built for it.
turkey?
Oh my god!
Yeah, you say he was built
She
like
said
a
I'm built
turkey.
like
That's
that.
Oh my
correct.
Damn, that's crazy. I saw what you did there, Reggie.
I'm
That was fun.
uncomfortable.
That's
now.
crazy.
I'm sorry.
But see but that's more fun for me too.
more fun.
yeah,
Also
but-
like trying to egg it on.
But
yeah.
you said right now you're just like I think about that a lot. What do you mean? Like think
Oh,
about
because
what?
like I don't know why. I think it's a household thing too. Even though we weren't like very like full like insulting household and shit,
Yeah.
we were just cutting our asses all the time. So
You're
I
used to it.
I never saw it as like. I always saw it as like a term of endearment kind of thing.
That's a
not
New York
necessarily-
thing, though, right?
Yeah,
You grew up in
exactly.
New York, New York
Yeah,
City,
for sure.
Exactly. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
What part of New York?
So I was born in Harlem, raised in the Bronx, and then right now I'm the Upper East Side.
Okay, nice, nice,
Cha-ching.
nice. So yeah, you gotta have thick skin living in those areas.
Oh, 100%.
You gotta understand how to clap back.
It
You
could
gotta
go
be
down.
able to take
Yeah.
it. You gotta be able to dish it. So I think you, Andrew Schulz, and the guys, that was a perfect pairing.
Yeah, but that was I was thrown into the fire.
accelerated. Yeah.
Those guys did not stop.
And to know a hive is to know that they're always gonna down a joke,
Oh yeah.
and they're
I love that, though.
They're here to kind of be obsessed in a way.
And they were the
Yeah.
asshole. I don't know if they still
Yeah.
do that, but they're the asshole army. Like that's their hive.
Yes, that was the thing.
Asshole.
That's
That's
a
asshole
crazy
army.
And
name.
you gotta throw the asshole.
Yeah, you gotta throw the
ever
asshole.
You ever seen that?
Yeah.
I
Wait,
never
are you
saw
like?
that.
It's like
is
keep
that
it
real?
tight.
Make Alex throw it
Yeah.
up. He won't do it if I
Yeah, it's
ask
like
him.
keep it
Alex would not
tight.
do that.
Bro, throw the shit
Y'all
up.
throwing some gang shit up right now.
That too. That too. It definitely
I
get confused.
nothing with
It
you.
get confused,
Bro,
right?
it's the ad. I can't do this with every single time. He gotta turn it into some real nigga shit, bro. Stop being a real nigga for once in your life.
You gonna be fake?
Yeah, I do actually.
Damn.
Damn,
I might
that's
set you
crazy.
up though if
He's
I
like,
turn
nah,
it
Don't
up.
do that, don't do that.
He saying do it for the
But nah, I
cameras.
think the Andrew Schulz, that group of people, it was a perfect pairing because I had to realize at some point, me and my role with Joe, like I was getting killed every week on his podcast. It was bad.
Yeah, nah.
They
I
I
like-
can't imagine.
Nah.
They called.
like,
All
what you
right,
went
so
through.
I
Nah,
really,
say it.
I still can't.
I'll say it for you.
But no, but look,
Wait,
what you about to say?
What you about to say?
Ironic how SaVon started with a drip check. I didn't like
I
how
was gonna go there. Fuck it. Yo, I hate the nigga. Go.
You sure?
isn't this so cute?
I know
Their
what it
chemistry.
is. I know what it is.
Yeah, this is my man, so I want to be clear. I was in the trenches with SaVon, all right?
Facts.
Listen, there was a point where Joe actually set up a camera in the back, and they started to come at me, yo, Alex looks 58. So
Oh my
I
gosh.
also received hate.
Facts, yeah.
But I ain't like how they was trying to throw smut on my man. And you know what they
crazy.
was saying, E?
What?
God.
He dresses like a mall mannequin. I ain't like that.
I used to
I don't
shop
like how
at
hard
Macy's.
if she
Not gonna lie.
Wait, what were you
she
wearing?
wasn't
What
laughing
were
this
you
hard
wearing? It was
earlier. I just want
bad,
to say that
like-
real quick.
No, because it's like I always compliment SaVon's fashion because he likes his basics, he likes his earth
I sent
tones,
you-
and I like
yes.
that he has a style. So what were you doing back then?
Eddin, you can relate. When you go to work, you go to work.
Oh no, yeah.
So when you work with
100%.
Andrew, when you work with
Yeah.
Charlamagne, Mandy, or Rory Mal, when you're working with these
I'm
people,
trying to be
you're just
comfortable.
going
Yeah.
to work. You're not thinking
Same.
about how you feel.
I'm
how
not
you
trying to be
look.
behind- in front of the
I just
camera.
want to be comfortable. I want to get the job done. Cool. So I'm gonna show up in my most comfy fit, as if I'm going to lay up with my shorty. Right? I'm gonna have a hoodie on, have my sweats on. But there was about a year period, maybe a year and a half period. I only showed up with a hoodie and like a t-shirt underneath and some sweatpants.
100%. I feel that. I definitely do that too.
Same.
That's not that bad though. That's just
But
casual.
If you go to Macy's,
Okay.
I was legit taking the outfit off the mannequin and putting it on my body.
Great insult.
And Joe and the guys was
insult.
like, yo, this nigga dresses like a mannequin, and I had to change my whole fit.
Yeah.
So
Oh
now,
yeah, that'll make you do it. Oh yeah.
I feel like sweats isn't that bad, but if you were wearing like a flannel every day with a
was.
beanie and like that's
I
a
did all
mannequin. With like a beanie and then
listen,
like
it was just-
and then
you're like-
boot cut jeans like that, I'll be like, okay, you deserve it.
It was fucked up, but I get it because when the creators actually acknowledge you and you're off air, that's also a testament to them actually acknowledging and fucking with you.
Yeah,
You know
word,
what I'm saying?
word,
Like,
word.
think about all the shows that you listen to. You have no idea who produces that show. You have no idea who the behind the scenes people are, who the cameramen are.
Right.
Like zero idea. So if they actually bring you into their world and introduce you into their audience, even if it's at the expense of a mannequin outfit and your girlfriend.
But you gotta soak it up though. You gotta
just
soak
have
it
to
up.
kinda
You're like,
embrace
ah.
it.
But you want to know the other side of it, Eddin? Because I promise you, I don't let any comments get to me. I barely even read comments. They know that.
Yeah.
But it's one thing to just not let the joke go.
Like they be dragging it. They be dragging it.
You want a joke? Just make up a new one.
Yeah.
If you want to
that's what I said. Like, if it's a good joke, I will appreciate it.
Or if they're just newer ones as well. Like, just give me some new vibes. Yeah, you on that same joke from 2 years ago? Come on, man. Nigga done made mad money since then. Don't do that.
But then if you complain about it, like, yo, get a new joke. Now they think you're offended. And they're like,
now they'll double it down.
I hate it. Like, but it's like, no, like, your joke is whack. Like, get a new joke. But like, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, sorry. Jokes are bad?
Jokes are bad. Oh, no. And it will also, I feel like a comment will only affect you if you low-key think it's true. Like, if I got a bunch of hate comments, let's say, on my appearance, I feel like, I honestly feel like it hasn't happened yet, so I can't, I don't know because it hasn't happened yet.
She's
but
like, I'm a baddie. I mean,
no.
I wouldn't know.
I'm speaking like it has happened to me, but so I might change my mind. But let's say I got 100 comments on my appearance. I feel like it wouldn't affect me because, like, I don't think I'm like, if they're calling me ugly, I don't think I'm like an ugly girl or like, I don't really care like what these strangers think about my appearance. So I feel like if a comment like hurts you really deep, you agree with it, no?
When was the last time a comment hurt your feelings?
I don't know because.
For any of you. Well, I know you said you don't.
I will still find one in my brain.
Okay.
On our last week's episode, someone said, oh, Regina, something. They called me dumb and they were like, oh, I would appreciate it if there was a little bit more light up there.
That's sick.
No, it didn't hurt my feelings.
Great insult, but like, damn.
No. It didn't hurt my feelings because I rarely get hate comments, but that's just like the first one I remember.
The rarity is what hurts. What about you, SaVon? What was a comment that...
I get a lot.
Yo,
I figured. I'm sure.
I get
tell them about those.
Yeah, tell them whatever you want.
On one of our biggest episodes, the episode with Ish, there's over 1,000 comments, and like 90% of them are about SaVon.
They hated me.
That sounds like a good thing. Oh, why?
No, they hated me. They just hated. Well,
they felt like he was very stern with Ish from the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah.
So
is that a bad thing?
It was a personality conflict.
He's used to hate comments.
Used to it. But again, you working with Rory Mal, and I think this is actually a perfect way to kind of blend these worlds. When I worked with Rory Mal, it was obviously on the Joe Budden podcast, right? And at that time, I think we collectively kind of really broke through some doors, right? Like,
for sure,
we was on tour. It was viral moments. It was a lot happening at that time. So, I know I got introduced to a lot of people through SaVon and Donna, however it is that people fucking knew me at the time. So me being the butt of the jokes a lot of the time, sometimes I earned it. Sometimes I felt like, damn, this is unwarranted. But regardless, I felt like, damn, they appreciate me, you know, in a sense. And that's a sick way of thinking, to be like, yo, they love me so much that they're gonna like joke on me every single time. It's a fucked up way of thinking, but it's the truth.
It makes sense because like if they didn't care at all, they wouldn't even say anything.
There's so many shows that you listen to, podcasts that you listen to, you have no idea who's behind the scenes. So for us to kind of get that kind of highlight and spotlight, it's like, oh shit, they do fuck with me. But as far as like some of the mean comments, I think the only thing that really gets to me, and it's one thing that I could change and I decided not to change because I don't want to go to Turkey, is when I sit on like the camera and I see you and I see Alex, y'all got, so off camera, you did this thing. Right?
Oh, fuck.
You was like, hey, yo, Alex, you got something in your beard, bro.
Yeah.
He was looking out.
Only a nigga with a beard will look at another nigga's beard to be like, yo, you got something for me.
It's like a beard connection you guys got going on.
Yeah, connect.
Was that a slight?
A beard brotherhood. What?
It wasn't a slight.
Oh, she said beard connection.
No, I said you guys both have great beards.
Is it because my shit don't connect?
No, yes, it does.
No, my shit
it connects like crazy.
I don't have the mustache to
you don't got the goatee.
I feel like he was about to help me out. Don't help me out.
Don't help me out
about it. Wait, does it have to connect here?
I know, right?
I don't know where it counts anymore.
No, this doesn't have to connect. Your beard is good.
Yeah, the beard is good. The goatee looks like
SaVon,
me.
You got a nice
but
3 o'clock shadow.
Those are the comments that bother me. That's it.
Wait, but do they actually like? Does it like hurt your feelings?
A little bit.
Have you ever like taken like biotin or anything like that?
I have.
I've done that.
I have.
You know? That's like
I definitely have. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna.
I've done like the what's it called?
The derma roller.
The derma roller. My man using that right now.
Yeah, there's like a process. You gotta do processes. Yeah.
That's my man. He good.
He's gonna watch us like, what the fuck, Alex?
Did it work for you?
You wanna know what Steph said?
I stopped.
You wanna know what Steph said?
He said, "Eat puss."
Oh yeah, that's usually the one I'll do it.
Well,
wait. Wait. I'll be remiss if we just go over this moment. SaVon, do you mind playing the clip that I sent in the group chat? I swear it relates perfectly to this.
I don't like that that's what that was and that triggered that for her.
What if it doesn't? What if it was you talking
We just got chemistry here. That's it. We ain't playing that.
I'll admit, I've definitely almost like been unconscious from eating pussy from not breathing.
Damn.
Wait, what, Eddin?
Like, you know how you're diving in and
But you know you can breathe through your nose, right? You know. You just forgot to breathe out of all holes?
no, I just forgot to breathe.
Forgetting this exists on the internet.
Adding your emotions.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You just said you almost died eating pussy because you didn't breathe.
It was some baller shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Not some baller shit. Yo, what?
You have a nose.
What are you trying to say here?
How did you forget to breathe?
No, he said the nose
I was just in
the
there.
pussy too. Not the sound effects, Eddin.
No.
You feel him?
There you go. Thank you, Wolf.
Well, if you got a whole
That's a
beard,
wolf.
you don't gotta put your nose in it. You got your
He
beard
got a
and your
full
mouth.
beard.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, Eddin, you have facial hair too.
You're just saying that you're working both of them, so you got lightheaded from eating pussy.
Yeah.
Get on the mic.
Like Eddin is saying, I think it's easy to not prioritize breathing when you're
Lightheaded from
Shout out to
eating.
Wolf.
So we were laughing, but in case you guys didn't hear, Eddin almost passed out from eating
Twice.
coochie.
So you telling me if I want to get a beard, I gotta die for that shit?
100%.
You gotta really want
Lather.
it.
You gotta lather it all
I gotta
up.
put my whole life on the
You gotta
line.
really
lather it
want
all
it.
up with it.
You gotta really
With all the
want it.
juices.
I like that though, Ed. You was
Does it
feeling
actually work or are we joking? The vagina
I don't
juices?
know.
Nah, it worked.
I don't know.
Take it from a brother
It
that
seems
got a
like you
full
know.
face.
When I've
Ain't
ate
work.
pussy ever since I started like having sex.
Oh, wait, that's good.
Yeah.
No, because like I
Eddin.
feel like it's backwards. Like men don't prioritize that, but so I love to hear it.
Nah,
You're
Eddin,
always a
that's
giver.
fire, man.
I use like beard oil and shit like that. I feel like that's what you gotta do, man. You got like you don't have to do like moisturize or like use God, what is that called? Like beard balm. Because some beard balms do have like biotin and shit like that. So how about
You have
And be
recommendations?
consistent with it. Yeah.
and you gotta let it grow out. Even if it like
heard.
kind of looks awkward.
That's what I keep
you
hearing.
have to because
I
that's
told
what
you.
that's what's keeping me from like
Yeah.
taking
told
it all
you.
off.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I don't want to go through that awkward stage.
Wait, I don't understand. Like, why wouldn't you let it grow out? Isn't cutting it counterproductive?
It just it won't
looks
it will not
patchy.
grow out even.
It doesn't.
Okay.
yeah.
And it will look weird.
It looks bad, especially like, so we actually had this conversation off air about who's single, who's not. I'm single, right? Which means I have to attract
Yeah,
people.
you have to
Okay.
go.
Right? I don't have
above
the
and beyond.
luxury of being in the comfort of my person.
Oh,
'cause
and like,
at
okay.
this moment, I don't have my person. So I don't want to just walk around with a fucked up beard. Like I don't want to walk
It looks
around
clean,
like
though. It
legit.
does look clean.
Thank you, I appreciate. But that's pretty much been my obstacle.
Nah, that's what I'm
Made his
saying. You
day.
should look good, man. You
trying.
SaVon be talking like his face is baby.
I feel like
If
that.
you're on
Wait, it's
YouTube,
like, wait, it's fine. He has a beard right now.
It's somewhat, but you can't say that. You know what it is? It's like when the girl with a nice butt stands next to the girl with the BBL.
Are you saying
Y'all
we
are
have
like the
BBLs?
BBLs.
that's hate.
Like y'all got the BBLs and I got the nice butt. Like my shit it's cool.
You gotta touch
But
it
then
to
I
make
look
sure
at
it's
y'all
real.
and I'm like, damn. What doctor you went
That's
to?
that's a shot because you trying to say that you got to touch our shit to make sure it's real.
I
Whoa.
didn't.
Actually, I'm not, ladies. I'm not mad at that. You can touch my shit.
Oh,
If you want.
okay.
I like that.
okay.
I like that a lot, Eddin. I like
Speaking of ladies,
that.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh boy.
You layup, boom, we right here, alley oop.
Come on.
Speaking of ladies, you have been traveling with the guys, Rory Mal. I do want to talk about your experience with them, but as of the time of this recording, I know you guys are on the road.
Yep.
Touring.
Back on road.
Toronto, LA, UK, New York.
Hey.
What has the tour life, the traveling life as a podcast producer been like for you? Because I know what it was like for me.
Yeah.
And so I just want to understand. If
I'll
we
say,
have
you know what's
anything
funny?
in common.
The guys figured out that we could take the stuff on the road last year when they wanted to tape with Logic at
Nobu?
Nobu. Yeah. Right?
That was hard.
Yeah, it was cool. It was dope. It was
super
dope as
That
fuck.
was a
Right?
good episode.
The biggest flex I got from that day was not the taping, not Nobu. It was I was setting up and Adam Sandler was in the back while I was setting up and he just photobombed my shit. I was like, oh shit.
That is really cool.
That's like the yeah, Adam Sandler and like at Nobu with like gym shorts and a
Basketball
long ass
shorts.
tee.
You know how you do.
Like casual shit.
Long polo. You know
Right?
how
and
you
like
do.
dress shoes.
And dress shoes,
You know how
right.
he do.
So that shoot, we got to do that, and when they figured that out, they're like, "Oh, perfect. We could tape anywhere we want to, right?" So the benefit of touring and going with these guys is being able to visit all these spots, right? So last year specifically, I got to do London. We were in Mexico at one point.
Hard.
We got to do Atlanta. We got to do Houston, LA, Boston. So there was different places. Now, with that is also taking all that heavy ass equipment with you.
Yeah, damn.
All those
3
Pelican
cameras.
cases.
Yeah, it's one big Pelican case with cameras, the recorder, the audio recorder, the video recorder, the tripods. I didn't take lights around with me, which is probably like a good, bad thing, but 9 times out of 10, depending on the spot, it worked out. My laptop, my DJ laptop, because sometimes I would play too. And at that time, I wasn't on like USBs and shit like that. My headphones, my own personal camera to take photos, my Polaroid camera. It was a lot of shit.
Damn.
That was the only disbenefit. It was a lot of stuff I had to take with me, but then it was great because then I was the one that was taking all the visuals for the guys.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Meeting people was really cool. When people say my name, it freaks me out sometimes. So I just don't know who it is. And then I'll be like, hey, what's up? I'm Eddin. They're like, we know. I'm like, oh, okay.
You're famous, Eddin. Like, just accept it.
See how awkward I was like the first time we did this? Same thing every single time.
But you seem like you taking it in stride. Like,
yeah.
Whenever I see
appreciative.
you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you taking it in stride. I feel like you're almost used to it.
I'm grateful. That's what it is. You know, at the end of the day, it's that first of all, without people listening to the show or purchasing tickets, we can't do any of the stuff that we do.
Easy.
You know, so seeing all these people was really nice. And also the guys having me on the road is dope as hell. Like they could just go outsource if they really wanted to. Yeah. I've seen that reality happen for other podcasts and stuff. But they're like, no, let's bring this dude around. We get BTS footage. We have some good times, weird experiences. Like in London, the guys went to a thing called The Box, which was like kind of like a sex show type shit. So you had shorty
burlesque sort of thing.
Yeah, not really.
Not really.
Like,
they was naked.
Like a shorty
It's like
was
some freaky shit.
Yeah, like there was like paint in someone's asshole, and then they spit a ping pong ball out, and then the paint came out at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
They just tricksters.
That's talent. That's talent.
Yeah. Stuff like that. You can't experience stuff like that without, being part of the podcast. Apparently. Yeah. When I think of Rory Mal, I think of ping pong and assholes.
How do you explain that to your girl, man? Because I do want you to open up a little bit about dating, being a bachelor in this space, man. Knowing that there's gonna be times where you just might have to pick up everything and go, and also just balancing what you say on air.
When I had a girl at that time last year.
At that time.
Yeah, at that time. I'm single now.
Congrats.
She was very understanding.
You chose peace. Congrats.
Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right? She was very understanding. Okay. She was very chill.
That's good.
That's a blessing.
So that was like a benefit. The disbenefit was there's always going to be like a mild sense of insecurities, but she wasn't like too much at all. I think everyone just, whenever it gets like too, how do I say this? When you're far apart for too long, a lot of questions start to come up. When some comments hit your page, a lot of questions
That's when the overthinking starts.
And if you're DJing and random women come up to you while you're DJing, a lot of questions start to come up. So that's where things built up and it got kind of
tense.
Tense is a good word. I was going to say bad. Tense is better.
You said you were about to say bad?
I was going to say bad.
I feel like that would be a great excuse, though, right? Because if you're a DJ, people are naturally going to come up to you. Hey, play this song. Hey, I love what you're doing. Like,
okay, naturally say that to your girl.
No.
Putting logic into it is not as easy.
That's a valid excuse.
Okay,
the other side is, as a podcast producer, your girl probably believes women should never come up to you. Yeah. So at least being a DJ, I have some kind of alibi, some kind of like valid reason to be like, look, I'm the guy. I'm curating the vibes. Like, this is what I do. I'm a DJ, baby. Like, but as a podcast producer, it's like, wait, why does this woman know you and why does she follow you? It's a little bit different.
She knew. So, she knew what I did though. At the end of the day, and there were times that were like, I would tell old stories, and that's what would get me in trouble.
Yeah.
Of old times or old.
Why should that get you in trouble though? If that's just one of your experiences.
If a woman doesn't really, if she's not tapped into the pod space, I feel like you don't really know how it is. So you don't know that when Eddin is like talking, of course he's gonna reference you in like an old story. So some women will understand that, and some women who like don't even listen to podcasts will never understand that and be like, oh my god, like, and they'll get offended every single time.
I ain't gonna lie, and when I date women now, I don't tell them to listen to anything I do.
Oh, I don't either.
Okay, but that's we were talking about it's tricky though, because yes, you want us to be able to speak freely and talk to like any woman and not really worry about what she would think about the pod. But also, like, let's say you get serious with her, it does feel nice when she supports what you do and listens. So it's like a catch-22 kind of thing.
It doesn't.
Don't support me. No, I don't want you to support me. Don't support me. Just emotionally.
Okay, all jokes aside, like, wouldn't it feel crazy? You really, let's say you had a girlfriend and she does not support Need to Know. That would be crazy.
Let's talk.
See, I think that's different.
Support and listen is different.
But okay.
For sure.
Okay,
that's my thing, right? So I feel like I'm not gonna say easier, but it's better when it's like your own show, right? And it's like you're telling your girl to listen to your own show. I wouldn't let my future. I would avoid mentioning Rory and Mal for my future.
But she's gonna find out you do that show.
Well, yeah, because then she's gonna watch all the episodes and stuff like that. I'm like,
okay, and then all the questions.
Has the money bags ever got you in trouble?
Absolutely not. Thank God.
No.
Thank God.
I've been associated with money bags, and I didn't really understand that.
Thank God.
When he come through, it's like the bully coming on the block. Everybody clear out. I'm here.
The funniest shit that happens is that I get tagged on it, and I'm like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I just like it now. I'm just like, I'm there. I can't do anything about that.
Those damn money bags.
Yeah,
God,
I just try to avoid it. I mean, I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, it does it not bothers me, but it's funny whenever I do see like a fine ass chick, and then I'm there and I'm like, dang, and then like you just see it, there, and I'm like, I can't avoid my job.
It's like marking your territory a little bit.
Yeah. I'm like, dang, all right.
It is.
I think it is a little bit, but he does it with cars too, which is like his buyout about it. And I'm just like, okay, I guess.
Oh, he does it with cars?
Yeah.
That must be new.
If it's like if it's cars,
about the cars.
Yeah.
I'm in the car algorithm. I ain't seen Mo, by the way.
You've been rocking for a long time. I ain't never seen you with the car.
He said if it's cars, it'll be like
DJ Envy
5. If it's a woman, it'll be like 20,000.
I thought you were talking like DJ Envy. He like cars and shit too.
Oh yeah, I know. And houses.
Yeah, he like a lot of cars.
Yeah.
He like a lot of everything.
Yeah, real estate. Yeah.
He was showing it off.
That nigga was like in all the cars.
But to answer Regi, right? In this space, if you're somebody that's dating me, supporting me to me looks like just asking how I am, what I got planned, what's my work schedule like when I am doing this. But I don't need you to listen to my stuff. I really, really don't. But I do need you to act as if you care and take seriously what I do. That's one thing that, and I want you to answer this. That's one thing that I've kind of had struggle with, even recently. I don't think people really take this seriously. Like the potting thing,
like,
the entertainment industry, because they just assume for us to be talking and having a bunch of fun, and not realizing everything this really comes with.
I want them to try it.
That's what
I've seen so many shows.
Yeah.
Like it is not shows that have gone through, shows that have fallen through. Yeah. Like it's just so many shows. Try it. Try it out.
People that talk shit about pods, like, oh, like don't take it seriously, or they want to start their own show and then they act like it's so easy. Yeah. I'm always like, just give it a go. See how long it lasts. Like
try to make a successful show.
Yeah.
Make all the not only just like recording, but all the pre-production. Then the recording,
the clips, the marketing,
then the clips, then the titling, then the description, then the links,
SEO,
then your yearly mixer. Try to do all that.
And on top of it,
try to sell that shit out.
Then on top of it, put out a stimulating podcast where people feel like they're engaged, and they like what's going on. Like,
because the insult, the gotcha moment that people always try to say is like anybody could sit and like talk on a mic, and then that's true. But it's like, okay, so do it. See how successful it is. So
I ain't gonna lie, man. I get a little hurt when I see people comment, get rid of podcast equipment.
Like get rid of the mics.
I get a little hurt, man, because
sometimes I agree though.
That be the thing, because I'm split. Because I do understand the people they're speaking about. Yeah. But then you be like, damn, I do that shit too.
You catch the stray low.
But it's okay. Need to know it's a good podcast. It's okay.
Thank you.
See?
Have you ever thought about like, all right, let me step in front of the camera on myself? Like, let me do my own podcast?
So I did do a podcast at one point called the Too Much Internet Podcast. I did it with 2 of my friends, right? And we did
what was it called?
Too Much Internet. So it was like TMI.
Got it.
Like too much information, but it's too much internet. Right? It was at first it was more like we were just talking about just kind of like day-to-day current events and stuff like that. And then eventually we've ventured in like the last 100 episodes, we ventured into like internet trends and stuff like that, like mukbang. Do you guys know what mukbang is?
For sure.
I'm Korean. We invented mukbang.
Yeah, so exactly, right. So like talking about mukbang or talking about like the deep web, we're talking about like porn, like things about the internet. We did stuff like that. And that only lasted for like yeah, exactly. So then we actually ventured into internet things. And then that lasted for like, I don't know, like 80, 90 episodes. So we did it for almost like a whole year.
Oh, wow.
That worked out during like pandemic times and stuff like that. But eventually like we kind of all got split off, and like I started like focusing harder on like producing other shows. Yeah. So that's where it kind of worked out. So I liked doing it and it was cool, but it was a lot of work. Yeah. It was a shitload of work. A lot of post-production, a lot of like pre-production. That's where like the show is made. I feel like, honestly, I mean, getting on the mic, in front of the mic, I feel like is like the most fun aspect.
For sure.
Because it's also just kind of like the synergy, and then like trying to like, you know, just making good combo.
Yeah, and just showing your personality.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't know how to make good combo.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Even before they get on the mic.
Yeah.
Like just being able to speak to anyone.
Yeah.
And just seeing where the conversation could go.
That's my favorite run-on joke, though. Whenever I'm having good convo with somebody, I'm like, yo, we should start a podcast. Like, just to fuck with them.
That's a
every time.
good pickup line.
Yeah.
See, I know you've been single for a minute.
Because
Hold up. When we're going.
Because if you told that to a girl, she'll be so flattered. She'll be like, oh my God.
Super.
Yeah.
So have you ever thought about like, all right, now that I'm in the space. So for me, my idea was, so before Alex and I launched the Need to Know podcast, I had did this show when I was in college. It was titled the same thing. It was a whole different cast. I'm like, yo, this is what I love. And honestly, the Brilliant Idiots inspired me. I loved what they were doing at that time when I was in college. And so I had launched my podcast, but then life started lifing. And I was like, wait, I can't do this. Not sustainable. I can't pay, whatever the case may be. I started working with Joe. After maybe a few months working with Joe, I went to Joe. I'm like, yo, bro, my passion is actually doing my own podcast, right? Obviously, I work with you. Obviously, you're famous. So if I do a podcast, naturally, people are going to associate me with you. Are you comfortable with me doing my podcast? And, let's go from there. So we had the conversation. His only requirement was that whatever it is that I didn't interfere with the work that he and I was doing.
Cool compromise.
Look,
For sure.
Go for the podcast, do whatever you want to do. Just make sure it doesn't interfere with what it is that I'm doing. The ultimate compliment, I'm like, bet, let me do it. I hit up Alex, me and Alex, we started this shit. We got shit rocking. From your standpoint, because you have so many people who know you, who follow you, who love you, not just know you, like they really love you in the comments. They really appreciate your energy.
I get surprised.
Like whenever I see you in person, I see the energy around you. Like people gravitate towards you. Have you ever felt like, you know what, maybe I do want to start something of my own, relaunch something of my own, and kind of venture off outside of being a producer?
In terms of podcasting, no.
Ooh.
Because I think in terms of podcasting, I'm very comfortable is for sure the word.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable where I am, which is doing the show for these guys. Like I'm cool with that.
And I like knowing that, and because there's nothing wrong with that, and like not everybody has to be like
I'm not,
the Joe Budden. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
I'm not trying to be. I am someone in the pod space. I've grabbed that aspect and I've honed it and I accept it and I appreciate it. Right. Yeah. In terms of making my own show in the pod space, not necessarily. I don't really want to do that again. Because that is just a different line. Now, in terms of content creation and putting myself in front of the camera for that, that's different. Right. And that's something where I want to venture to off more now, which is just kind of making more like social media content, things like that. Actually pushing the YouTube stronger, things like that. So that's where I'm heading at when it comes to that. Making more shorts or like visual narratives or visual essays. That was a big thing for me when I was like growing up on the YouTube age and just like still to this day.
Did you watch the Vox videos?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
for
my
sure.
gosh.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The gold standard.
Yeah. It's so funny because it's like the content I'll consume. I'm like, dang, like this is so dope. And I'm like, why am I not doing the same content? Like this is so fire. It's also interesting when I see a lot of content, like successful content creators who make a lot of content without even showing their face. Like they just use their voice and that's it. And which I'm not afraid about being in front of a camera, but the ease of just doing content without your face in it makes it like way better.
Absolutely.
Way better.
Yeah,
Like, people make it. I love. Have you guys ever watched Watch Mojo?
Yeah.
Watch Mojo.
Yeah, of course.
They make like top.
I'm a nerd.
They like did the top 10 worst actor bloopers for Watch Mojo, and then it's a list of them going down of all that, and it's just a voice and it's visuals, and that's it.
I can see you doing like killing that field.
Yeah, like I would love to do something like that. Like that's interesting to me. So stuff like that I would definitely do.
That's dope because a lot of people assume that everybody just wants to do a podcast now. But in actuality, media has so many different lanes, right? For instance, Taylor that works on Brilliant Idiots.
Shouts to Taylor. Yeah.
Right. Big shouts to her. I've seen that she's kind of done like a repivot on like imaging. Meaning like, when you're on radio and you hear like a drop of maybe a host they have, like, this is just hilarious with the mess. Like, so she's into that. I'm glad that she kills that. She kills that shit.
I've definitely seen her on her laptop like doing that shit. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, you actually have seen her create
like her like
those
making that.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit, like you're killing it. I didn't even like I don't know where she was at making those.
Right.
But it was fine. Mind you, that was like 2 years ago.
Like she was making the drops, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, making the drops for the
like the
stations,
Donkey of the Day drops and stuff like that.
Oh, that's a very niche like talent.
And I like that that's a thing now, or people are realizing, because I don't want so many young people. I like talking to the people in college. I remember being that kid wanting to be a media major and not knowing how to pivot or how to even get my entry into the space.
Yes.
Right. So I think it's important for people to realize all the several opportunities in the media space. That's just not like starting a podcast.
Don't box yourself in.
Yo, I'm like trying to find a name of like, there's just, it's so interesting to see like the talent that you could come across when it comes to this space for podcasting. Damn, and I really want to find this name and not.
It's somebody new in this
because
in this
I thought you were being rude and texting on camera.
Absolutely not. No.
I'm kidding.
No,
you're looking for somebody who.
I know who I'm thinking.
You got it?
Dwayne. His name is Dwayne.
Okay.
Dwayne is the one that handles, and my bad, Dwayne. If hopefully y'all could just fix that up, if anything. But shout out to Dwayne, right? Dwayne is the one who mainly does the audio for Brilliant Idiots. Who does he technically still does the audio for WHOREible, as far as I know, right? But he works with iHeart a lot, Power 105 a lot. That dude is crazy fire when it comes to audio and making drops and stuff like that. Yeah. That's someone I had to make sure I give a shout out to, because he also was very like, when I was growing into like Flagrant 2 and Brilliant and all that, very welcoming. I'm a big person. Like, I'll ask 1,000 questions. Like, I'm not afraid to ask a question. Like, I'm gonna feel bad because I'm gonna be annoying, but because I want to be crystal clear and understand what has to go on to make such like good content, I'm gonna ask this question.
I could tell you, dude, because you're good at like a lot of different things and a lot of different technical things. I'm like, of course, like, how else would you have learned? You probably asked mad questions.
That's how I fell in love with making content and video production. Is the technicalities, right? So they were kind of doing their thing earlier, and I was here now, and I kind of saw how they were like, doing the collab. Yeah, they were doing the collab and like,
talk about our pre-show.
Yeah, when we were doing the pre-show, right? I was like, okay, I see what they're doing, and I love stuff like that because there's always just a way to work around things. You have to adapt when it comes to production, and I think in terms of producing, it's the same thing with making the content or working with, like, again, 3 different people and talking about stuff. It's working with each other, going down the line, organizing things, and like picking things up where something might have fell down, you know? And Dwayne was a great guy and still is a great guy. I haven't spoke to him in a minute. I gotta go catch up with him now. But like, who was always kind to me, and like we worked together and shit when it came to like Brilliant Idiots, that I'm just like, damn, I had to make sure I mentioned him.
You think that's one of the reasons why you're able to be like such a hybrid in what it is that you do? Because being a DJ, being able to control, like, so music is the universal language in life.
Oh yeah,
right? You can go to any continent, any country, any person, any shape, any size. As long as their eardrums work, they can hear and translate music. For you, I think one of the scary things that I've always felt about somebody who needed the aux, not just being a DJ. Like, when I have the vibes at my crib and I got the aux, I'm always thinking about the next 3 songs I'm gonna play. I'm like, wait, all right. So if Drake is featured on this song, that means I can transition into, you get what I'm saying? Like that, and that's just the aux. So somebody who pays such attention to the equipment, to the production, to the pre-pro, to the audience, to the vibes, like, do you feel like that's been a skill that you've used across the board in what it is that you do?
Oh, for sure. I mean, let's say from when I was at WTF Media Studios, like, that was one big thing where I was their first engineer, technically. Oh, wow. Right? So, like, I'd be there, the computer would be here. So I'm here taking notes while I'm making sure I'm listening to the audio recorder right here. And then, like, the video switchers are here. So my hands are preoccupied the whole time, which is great for me because I love to fidget. I don't know if that's, like, become apparent at all.
You have a hand fixation.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. So I love to do all that. Yeah. Same thing with Rory Mal right now, right? They'll be in front of me. I make sure the cameras are fine. We always check it out. Shout out to Yomi Hopes, all the time, right? Audio's right here. Well, no, excuse me. Video's right here. I'm fixing the cameras.
Can you tell people who Yomi is too?
Oh, Yomi. I
don't think people really know who Yomi is.
Photographer, visual extraordinaire.
Nice.
Yeah. Shout out to Yomi. I've been working with Yomi since WTF for the last, I'm not gonna say almost 3 years now. Yeah, 3 years.
To her.
She's fire. She helps us out on Rory Mal. She's great. She edits a lot too. She does our My Karma is Beautiful, which is like the live concerts that we do. Yeah, so she helps record it, but she mainly edits it too, and she kills that shit all the time. Fire. But yeah, so like, here, I'm just fixated.
And you do the timestamps while they're recording?
And I'm taking notes at the same time.
How do you speak on mic?
Can I see your notes?
Yeah.
I want to compare notes. I haven't done timestamps in a minute.
No, because notes requires your full attention. Like, that's crazy.
And you can't miss things.
But my ADHD that's like very undiagnosed helped me out.
No, but I'm not gonna diagnose you. But when you said you love to like fidget, that's definitely like a big like ADHD symptom. So just saying.
Let me see your notes.
I'm just as he's doing that.
You could scroll down too.
As he's doing, I'm curious to know how you.
I'm gonna show you some of my notes.
How you are actively taking timestamps and still involved in a conversation while paying attention to the cameras? How
that was a big thing during Flagrant as well.
Okay.
Because not to give the magic away, but sometimes you'd move certain segments. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe something was like just too long-winded and you cut it down. Things like that. So I would have to, or maybe you want a title for an episode and you want to remember something they did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See? Oh, that's sick because that's so close. Wow. If you look at our notes,
bonding over
look at that. The notes are
timestamps.
very much the same thing.
Very
it's
similar.
time and then
crazy.
like a little blurb.
Yeah.
Very similar.
That's sick.
shout out.
People don't
See,
realize.
see, I love that.
That's
See?
Look at this
fire.
bonding.
Because people don't realize how difficult it be to,
That, but
can be
man,
to take
for work-wise,
to
for
get it, it takes time.
post-production, it's like the best thing ever.
Yeah,
and it's
you need
easier
'em.
because I'm always the one editing the episode. So like I have to make
you
sure.
know it inside and out.
So
like,
again, let's say if something gets long-winded or something maybe was wrong that we just gotta fix, and it happens. It happens in production, right? Or camera fucks up, or the audio fucks up, or whatever. You just gotta know the ins and outs, and then when you go and edit, like you could clean it up so nice. I don't like editing episodes and like there's a cut.
Yeah.
That's the fun is gone for me, and it's not, I'm not trying to trick anybody. I'm not trying to like do some crazy shit. I just want it to be clean and for you
care.
guys to enjoy a good ass episode. That's
You
what
fucking
get at the end.
care.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of people, especially when you're creating content, like you got to find people that care. So I want to take the time to shout out Pierre, because
Shout out to
Pierre
P.
is exactly what it is that you do. Like
for
Pierre
us.
cares.
Yeah.
Pierre will not sleep if, and mind you, you're working with higher stakes because Rory Mal, obviously much bigger audience. So for you, it's like, all right, I know there's going to be X amount of people who tune in each and every week. Pierre, we could get 200 views or 20,000. Like it
He will
varies
still
so
bring that
much,
energy,
and
yeah.
he still
Same
brings
ethic.
the same like care and attentiveness to the product.
Pierre
So
cares.
That's
I
love.
do want to shout out to Pierre.
Pierre
for that.
cares.
Legit.
Love you, man.
And
Also
Kieran
shout out to
too.
Kieran too, because now
Kieran
these
too.
days
Absolutely.
he cuts the episodes too. So
Yeah, both of those guys.
he's
I-
sitting there like, what the
It helps.
fuck?
It
Yeah.
helps. It helps when you're like kind of. If
does.
you're in, it helps when
Yeah.
you're in the room, and then that's when you're also cutting the episode too. It's just
Like, you knew what
works.
happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then man, I mean, hey. The benefit and disbenefit with the whole like many eyes on it is that if something's wrong, I will hear about it. I'll
Like,
hear
Eddin.
it. I'll hear it all day.
You are a professional potter, goddammit.
Yes.
Because you brought me right to where I want to go.
Oh fuck
Come
yeah.
on, man.
No, can I promise, like, this is just like, as I'm listening to Eddin talk, I know we've had like a bunch of guests, but I feel like we're really like peers in this because he knows exactly what we're talking
Yes.
about.
Oh,
And-
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
to bring SaVon's point, and that's why SaVon was brought here.
No, it's true. No, it's true. We relate
When
a
it
lot.
comes to people noticing certain things, you said the cuts, and you want to make sure like the graphics are perfect and everything is just in line. A few months ago, you had this podcast wars. It's a thing.
Oh boy.
I know
Every year.
It really is a thing.
Every fucking year.
It really
That
is a
time of
thing.
year again.
Every year.
It's just one of those things where it's like, all right,
Every other
cool,
month now.
Here we go. I can't remember exactly when, but I know sometimes within like the recent months, Joe Budden commented on Rory Mal's set, right? As far as the microphones. Now, as podcasters,
Yeah, why he said that?
you need microphones,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And there's not really a handbook on the type of microphone, but fuck it, I guess there was that day.
Yeah, the mic stands.
The
Yeah.
mic stands, right? And Joe had made a comment about Rory and Mal not having the proper setup. There was wires in the shot, and all that. You being one of the producers, you being the guy who kind of sets those things up. I would love to get some background
insight.
into how that setup was.
Where were
Fam,
you
so
when you heard
that
that?
happened? Oh, I was on my way there, like fuck.
Now we gotta switch this
I
around.
didn't feel like that was a Rory and Mal jab. I feel like that was a me jab.
you did it, like-
right? Because I'm like, damn. I mean, he's not wrong. I was like, I get what he's coming at, but this is what I was saying earlier, right? Because he made the comment about like the mic stand, shit like that. But like realistically, the reason why there was no mic stands is just it wasn't efficient. Like I'm not gonna put mic stands on their shot, and it looks weird as fucking. You got these big ass because we don't have like arms, right? We didn't have arms at the time.
Yeah.
It was Rory's house. We were making the best of his house, and it still looked good.
Got
that
it.
was like my best thing about it. He had great ass lighting, right?
Comfy couch.
Good
right.
couch.
Look like a comfy couch.
Right. And it's like, people also like get very I've seen a lot of new podcasts get exceptionally like strong about like equipment. So if they don't see these like $400 or $500 microphones, they think like this is not gonna sound good.
Assumptions are
I was
going.
working with 4, 5, $100 microphones, and it sounded better than a lot of other podcasts I've heard before.
Here,
Who've
talking
had
shit,
these
talking
joys, right? Who've had these joints before. And I'm not talking about Joe. I'm talking about like other podcasts,
podcasts.
right?
Yeah.
So that was another thing, right? And then so again, I think I told y'all, like I would set up every single time I went to Rory's house. So we would be taping twice a week. but then also like have 4 like pieces of content every week.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go set up every single time. So when that happened, he was like, y'all don't even got mic stands. I was like,
Wait, can I
It's a long day at the job.
Can I ask a stupid question? Like, why? What is so bad about holding the mics though? Like, what?
nothing. I mean, it was a funny jab.
It was.
Like, I
It was
get
funny,
it.
and I know,
I guess-
especially with the stands, like they really ran with it and thought it was like hilarious. But I'm just genuinely asking, like, what if, like, why can't we hold the mic?
I do like how Rory and Mal leaned into it though, because to answer your question, Reggie, you know, podcasts can probably go on for a while. Especially for most of us here, right? Like we'll do regular podcasts and we'll go into Patreon.
Okay.
So maybe Joe was going like, yo, they don't got enough strength to carry it up.
And it'd be like wobbling. So
Yeah.
okay.
Agreed. I think it was a great jab.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah,
I
it
respect
was
the
funny. It
jab.
was funny, yeah.
But I think at the same time, it was also funny to us because it was like, okay, cool, right? Because at the end of the day, we still like made fun of it. And it was funny to us.
I leaned into
and
it
then they did the whole bare minimum shit. And then we made bare minimum t-shirts. And I'm going to tell you right now, that should definitely help fund the new studio. So thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Because you made my job way easier. So thank you for that.
I like how y'all spelled minimum wrong and it still went over people's heads.
Like,
that was hard.
It just that was the fun part of it all too. That's where I sometimes like these pod wars because it's just like I know there's a personal aspect in it too at the end of the day, and that sucks because I'm not really part of that part. Right. But even though I produce this show, it's just kind of like I don't think anyone loses.
No, that's what I was about to say. Like, it's not really like the beef and the wars. It's not really like a life or death situation. It is
Thank
like
God.
a fight. It is like an argument and
Right?
stuff. But
Shit
at the
could
end of the
really
day,
be
so
worse.
everybody does benefit off of like everybody talking about it anyway.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. It's just sometimes it's gotten a little stale for me because I'm just like, like.
but also, you've been in this world for like years, so it's not like you're like, oh my god.
And this is not even like the first one that I've really been part of.
I was
it's even
gonna
been like
ask you
it's-
that.
yeah,
He did it
yeah.
again?
How did, like, you are just a pod war
There was definitely
man.
like a Flagrant and like or
Rory-
Brilliant and Rory Mal and Joe Budden like fucking war.
How did
It's
you
been
survive
funny.
that?
Yeah, what's second?
How did you survive that? Because I know at some point, so the first real like podcast white boy war was Rory and Andrew.
Yeah.
Rory and Andrew.
Where was I?
Oh, I didn't know nothing about this.
They had some friction. I'm
Okay.
not gonna say it was beef,
Okay. Yeah, nah.
but
niggas not beefing. Nobody getting beat
Some
up.
shade,
Shit is just
shade,
tense.
shade.
there we go, a little bit of shade.
It's strong
But
tension though. Trust me.
in the Stone Age days of podcasting.
Yeah.
Wait,
you know,
was it like there's only room for
Well,
one
you gotta-
white man in town?
Yes, there was only room for one white man in
what I
that
remember,
space
kind
at that
of.
time.
That's funny.
Like,
Damn.
and
Oh
so,
my god, that would be like if there's like one other Asian girl podcaster out there.
Yeah.
sure,
You would have to be for her.
if you say that. Yeah,
You would have to be for her.
There'll be a
would have
little
to be
tension.
for it.
on
But there was a time at some
there
point.
can only be one.
There
No, I'm
was
kidding. I'm kidding.
there was a crossover between the Brilliant Idiots and the Joe Budden Pod, and then Andrew and Rory. It was a thing, right? Joe caped for Rory because that was his guy, and then Andrew was like, "Yo," Charlamagne was like, "Yo, Andrew is my guy," and then it became a comparison, right? And then from there, those guys had tension at a time.
Two
I
completely
think
different people, by the way.
two completely
So
different
crazy.
people, but
And you would
Just because
know.
they're fucking white,
they
like,
were white in the hip hop space, so they got compared. But
That
needless
is so
to say,
funny.
I do know, like, once you started working with Rory and Mal, I could imagine, like, oh, wait, this guy got his introduction through Andrew Schulz. How did he feel? What was that like for you? So you've been going through, like, this podcast war thing for a while. With Andrew, Rory, I think they pieced it up. I have no idea. But now I know with Joe, Rory, Mal, like, it's a thing for you. Like, how do you handle all of that?
I mean, these guys have never brought that stuff like that tension to me.
That energy.
You know what I'm saying?
like in a
Like they've never,
divorce?
they've never how do I say this? They've never okay, so they know that I worked with Charlamagne and Andrew and all that, but they've never took that energy and been like, oh well, this guy's gonna be trouble or some shit like
That's
that. Because
love, yeah,
I also don't work that way. And also that pod war shit does not
It doesn't affect you.
I see it as very WWE stuff. Like I don't it's cool entertainment.
It's for
But you know,
honestly,
you know it's fake.
Yeah, like it's more for the comments, you know. People in the comments are the ones that
For the
argue about it
engagement.
way more than anyone I've ever seen argue about things on set. I've never seen anyone argue on set or like blow a gasket for that on set. Like that's not it's not that serious. It's really never been that serious, and I think that's where it's kind of like cool. But it's definitely come across my mind like, dang, like how do they feel about that? Like, do they think it's weird? Like, did they think like I'm a fucking mole or some shit like that? Like,
but that's how good you are, because regardless of that, they're like, no, we have to keep Eddin. Like,
yeah, I mean,
he's gonna work for us, guys.
Appreciative, but yeah, it's just man, but that shit is so funny.
He's over it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what? I mean, I'm sure you're over it too.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
It's just
annoying.
It doesn't really go anywhere.
It doesn't do anything. And then the other thing is like, you can tell that it's just personal. And there's a thin line between love and hate.
Personal.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a thin line between love and hate. Like, me dealing with like breakups and girlfriends is like, yo, I love you one day. And then it's like, yo, I hate you. I can't stand it. Like, it's such a thin line between love and hate. So for me, I'm like, oh, wait, these guys once loved each other. Now, you know, they have some problems. So I can understand why it plays out how it plays out.
Right. I love how you mentioned that it really just be for the comments. When you realize that everyone goes home and everyone lives the life that they
enjoy your dinner,
that they really live, and not the one that we assume that we live online. I wanted to ask you, I kind of felt like we got two versions of the new Rory Mal show.
Okay.
I would say the first half would be when the two of them were kind of figuring it out, switching studios, and they didn't have other mics. I feel like the second version has been you on mic, Julian on mic, Damaris on mic.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the listeners appreciate this version the most?
Yeah, that's a great question, actually. I think so. I think so because it's like Rory and Mal, they've been potting for 6-7 years now.
Probably longer.
Right? How long were y'all together?
So
together probably like
that's a long time.
So Rory was with Joe from like damn near the beginning. I know Mal came on like right before 100. I met them at 130.
Yeah.
So I potted with them for maybe 3-4 years.
3-4 years.
And they was doing it before I got there.
Yeah, so 3-4 years. Right? And then let's add another 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not gonna say things get tiring, but it's just like I'm not surprised that they're probably kind of over it at the end of the day.
Like they've done like 500
it's
episodes
just a lot.
together. Yeah,
they're so great at it, but it's a lot, right? And Damaris started talking on the show and stuff, which I think always helps. I always feel like a woman's opinion always helps on the show.
Absolutely.
Reggie saves us every week.
Shout out to Regi. This pod wouldn't be what it is without her.
See?
Although I really, really agree, but also it's tough being the only woman
I
on
was
the
just
pod.
about to say the benefit is that you're by yourself.
No, yes, because like if I don't have anybody else to agree with me, then I don't want to like go too crazy, because I know our audience really likes the flagrant like back and forth that they have, like the locker room talk. I know the audience likes that, so I just have to chill sometimes and be like, I mean, I didn't really find that funny, but just go off. It doesn't really matter if I'm
I have
like,
to assume your audience is predominantly male.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some baddies mixed, but
yeah, it's not like I'm sitting here like,
saw
well,
the
the women said.
Yeah, we do got some baddies.
Oh,
yes.
It was in there.
Absolutely.
Good looking. Good looking at it.
Yes.
We do got some women that listen.
You were scratching away, huh?
I was like, what?
We have a beautiful audience, but yes, predominantly male.
So back to your question. So yes, there's a difference, and that kind of happened more so, I'm gonna say at the start of this year, where like, actually, honestly, where they really the switch really flipped was when we added our camera, right? Where Julian, myself, and Damaris added a camera, because most of our interactions were with us and the guys.
Yeah,
and that especially happened when it came to tour. Right? So all the times we had on tour, talking about tour. So it's like, even for clips, visually, it just didn't work out. The guys would just be talking to an empty space. There was only like single shots of them, and then a wide of them, and then that's it. So then when we added our shot, we just kind of got a lot more involved. And it was more, look, he's trying to add more tequila without like making it fuss about it.
Trying not to like get exposing
He's like, oh no, but I want some too. But what's it called? So like we did that, and when we did that, that's where it kind of became a lot stronger. Thank you. And it's two completely different shows. What happened?
Because you're like, no, I want some too.
Oh no, for
like,
sure. What? When I was like, in my head, I was like, when is SaVon gonna pour his second drink?
Pour it up.
Yeah,
every 30 minutes,
right? And I think it's awesome because this at the end. Thank you again. This at the end of the day, it is the Rory Mal show.
Yeah,
and us three, we not accept it. We respect it. We know it's their show. You know, and that's what we try to do all the time. Whenever we do skits, like we just dropped a Boys in the Hood skit, which was the ending skit of Boys in the Hood. Yeah. It's about them. They're the stars, and we love it. We love seeing and putting. That's my favorite thing about these guys. I love putting them in the most random scenario. Like,
especially as a producer.
It's fun as hell.
It's silly,
Right. One of the first things I produced in terms of our Patreon content is that I put them in a sex dungeon.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah, we took him in a sex dungeon. I'll send you the video, right? Took him to the sex dungeon. I just knew how awkward it was. Like watching Rory interact, getting his jokes off and shit like that. Maul being mad chill, right? They're both characters.
Yeah.
Seeing that happen, interacting with the dungeon master, if you want to call him that, right? Right. And next thing I know, they're just there watching a girl.
Nice. Well, you know, if I've hung out with those guys before, I'm sure they're used to that.
Oh, they were. Rory was screaming.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
He was not. Poor Damaris was there too and had to deal with it too.
Who is the best answer right now? You, Julian, or Damaris?
Who's the what?
Who's the best?
Amongst us three?
On mic?
Pick right now.
Ooh,
Don't give me a political
Julian's
answer.
killing it right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give.
Really?
He's fucking. I'm gonna say. Where's my camera? He's fucking annoying, and he knows that. He knows he's annoying, but I gotta give him his flowers.
Really?
I'm a big person when it comes to that.
I feel like when he first got on, people didn't
Hated
like
him.
him. Yeah.
But right now, he's fucking viral right now. He's
Something
viral right
wrong
now
with
for
the pussy.
exactly. See, you know what I'm saying?
joint.
But he knows, and Damaris knows the same thing too. And I give her flowers too. I for right now, I have to give it to Julian though.
Really?
Because he knows how to make content. He knows how to make
He
content.
has a background in.
His background is more as in I don't want to say marketing. I feel it's bad. It sucks. I feel like I never really actually asked him what he did before, but he worked with other companies.
Yeah.
You know, working with like kind of doing social media and shit like that.
Okay.
So he knows how to get like those moments and shit going. But Julian's killing it right now.
Cool.
I gotta give him his flowers.
See,
and then I'll give it to Damaris and then me right now because I feel like I've
Stop
kinda,
being humble.
No,
Stop
but I've taken a step back a little bit right now because I just kind of I'm trying to just evaluate shit. You know, I'm trying to just kind of make the pod better more so than trying to get my moment. But I'll be
Moving
there.
your ego out of it.
Yeah. I'll be back there.
I love that.
I'll be back
He's a
there.
true producer for real.
Oh yeah, because you got to acknowledge who's making the show better at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
You know?
I'll say right now, I love being a C mic. Like I love it because
same.
like I like
Same.
focusing on them and taking like
That's
where.
crazy.
I'm sorry.
I've never. You know what's funny?
It's
I've never
in my life.
It's funny she says that. I've never seen you as a C.
Not just all three of
Guys.
y'all faces here.
Oh my god, no! But I'm
That's
saying
crazy.
because I like my position. Like I feel like you've been talking about this whole episode. I like my position in this. I like that you guys lead the show and you guys take it where it wants to. I just please don't move me from this position. Like please don't promote me, guys. Like I love it here. I like watching you guys.
You guys
Don't
gotta make her
promote me.
start the next episode.
Yo,
No!
we recently started having her introduce herself.
Yeah.
Because
It's been hard
generally
for her.
Alex will introduce ourselves and then one of us will introduce her. We recently was like, yo, Reggie, come on, fam.
Is that how y'all do the drip check? Yeah, y'all do the Regi check.
You
Don't do that.
Yo, Alex, how you feel about that?
I'm down.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm down.
Because she's very drippy.
She's very drippy. That's why I like.
Drippy.
She
Do
be
you
eating
hate
that
attention
stuff.
on yourself?
Huh? No, I love attention.
But you know what though? She's a healthy amount of it.
Because I'm
Yeah.
half kidding. Like
Yeah.
I'm a very confident person, but I don't need attention. Like you know.
Yeah.
Would you guys say that you guys like attention?
Yeah. I wouldn't do a podcast if I
No?
didn't.
I don't like attention.
That's so interesting.
That's not true.
I love that.
It's
No,
not
no.
true.
Okay, no. Alex.
don't like
Wait,
attention.
hold on. I got it. So
No, but I don't mean like you fiend
Yeah.
for attention.
Yes,
I don't fiend for
Do
it.
you
if you-
enjoy it?
Yeah.
I
don't
feel
enjoy
like
it.
Alex doesn't want it, but when Alex gets attention, he's golden. Like he's great. He's charismatic.
When
I
you're
love
doing
the
a good
self-awareness
job, do you
of
like
seeing-
attention?
That's a good one. Yes.
That's kind of
That's a good one.
that's where I am.
That's a good
Yeah.
one. Oh
Acknowledgement.
man, you're good at this.
It's like what you said earlier.
You're good at this.
Right? It's like acknowledgement when it comes to like shows and when you're the one engineering
Yeah.
and producing the show.
They know my
and then the
name, you
people
know?
in front of the camera acknowledge you. Like you appreciate that.
I don't like attention when I see people scrambling about what they're gonna say to me because they've heard me on a podcast or they know I'm associated with a Joe Budden podcast. I don't like that shit at all.
Oh yeah, you're,
See,
you're
that's
like
different.
I don't
don't
like that shit at all.
prejudge me.
So I
Yeah,
guess
I
the
don't
question
like
is,
that
do
shit
you
at
like? Well, he said attention, but as people,
I like attention.
I was gonna
I'm
say
not afraid
like
of it, that.
the people
I don't
that
like
wake up every single week and say, "Hey, I'm gonna talk in the microphone."
Yeah.
Granted, we have monetized this podcast,
Yeah.
but a lot of the monetization has been an investment back into it, right? We're not living off of this podcast. We do it because we actually enjoy doing it. We love doing it.
Yeah.
So that's why I got to give you a little bit of pushback on like and attention because
Yeah.
to some degree we have to.
I don't think so.
You have to.
I don't think they're
bro.
combined. I think
Why?
they're separate. I think I can come up here and give takes because I enjoy giving takes, But the attention that comes from it, I could care less.
But
Hence why I don't
without the
recommend it.
attention, the podcast
If
doesn't
this
grow.
pod never went anywhere, I feel like you'd be like,
But see, I'm grateful for the attention. See, we're saying separate things here. I'm grateful for the attention. That means that our hard work is being shown. Like, all right, cool, people are fucking with it. But do I enjoy it? Do I like people talking about me all the time? People looking at me all I don't.
Because there's a spectrum of attention as well.
Yeah,
There is.
It has to
I
be.
think there's certain levels.
Yeah.
I think
but
we see a lot of
to
people.
his point though, I do like the fact that people big me up when I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Like that's
like,
hard.
I see you.
That's
I think
so
like
hard.
the
I love
spectrum
that.
of attention goes from like Blueface.
See,
I don't need that type of attention. You get what I'm saying?
that's
Like
as a
cool.
content creator, right? That's where for me, I don't want to reach to
ever.
It's
I will,
fake attention.
Yeah, I'll make the content because I think it's intriguing, and yes, I do have your attention, and it's like it's fun or it's funny, or you could vibe with it. Cool. That's why I like being a DJ, right? Because when it comes to video production stuff like that, people watch it for later. They watch it later or now, and they're DJing is right there, and that's where it's fun for me. DJ, I love getting out reactions when it comes to DJ. When I got a song when I hit you with the song that you did not expect to come through, or like, oh, I like this blend, or it's like, oh, I never thought this mashup would be cool. And I'm seeing it right there. I'm performing for you right now. That's where I like the attention.
The
and where I
party
like DJ.
depends on you.
Exactly.
I think you appreciate that attention because it's based on a skill.
I don't-
like. It's not
yeah.
like, oh my god, like your hair so hot. Like it's
Yes.
like it's a
Yeah.
skill.
Like it's based on a skill.
Because if I'm whack,
yes.
it don't
That's-
matter how nice I look that day.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, y'all ever been with like and like with it's always been a whack DJ. I'm sure I've been a whack DJ to someone before, right?
Sure.
Never.
And
Not
then,
to me.
and which I
Every time
appreciate
I
that,
see you,
right?
nigga, I'm
I
good,
appreciate
I'm
that, right? And you're there, and y'all, and like the DJs over there, you go. You ever done one of those? You look that way, and you're like, what was
Like,
that?
yo, who is
I've done
spinning?
Like, what just happened?
sure.
That happened to you?
Fire the
Oh,
DJ.
yeah. That definitely happens
Fire
to me.
the
That happens
DJ.
to everybody. But that's what I'm saying. It's just like there's
Yeah.
always gonna be. You're gonna watch the DJ. You're gonna hear the DJ. Like you're gonna know what's happening.
Yeah.
And going back to it all, like attention is just important. I feel like for a show, it's super important. You have to have the
Absolutely.
attention. But even going back further, like I like my place.
Yeah.
Like Regi likes her place. I like my place. I'm happy where I'm at. Like if I get a touch of the limelight, that's cool. I appreciate that. But my focus is those guys.
Yeah.
Make sure they sound good.
SaVon had brought up like a really prominent actor. I won't dox him, but he had brought up his name recently on the podcast. And he told me about how he does a bunch of movies and he lives very remotely. Like, meaning when he's on his island or at his place of residence, you can't reach him. No laptop, no phone, no nothing. That makes me think of this topic right here. It makes me look at a dude that is there for the work, appreciates whatever comes with it because he can live in this fortress, but not really living in the attention. I think that's what I relate to because I really
Okay, I see what you mean.
yeah, like, I don't.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, you see what I'm getting at now?
Ooh, I
Yeah.
kind of resonate with that
Yeah.
because like I like when we get comments about like, oh my god, we love your personalities and all that. But like when Eddin asked me like, do you like attention? I was joking when I said I love attention because I don't, because I appreciate that.
But do you like attention?
And it's okay to like it.
Only from my man, you know. But like, from the
That was good.
internet,
That was
I
good.
never want that internet fame or like that. I don't want like a million comments about me. I'm enjoying like not getting that much attention directly towards me right now.
I want
Honestly.
acknowledgement.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Acknowledgement.
I
Like the
think-
awards.
I think
Yes.
acknowledgement is
Yeah.
what it is. So when you ask about attention, like because attention, there's certain times where it's unwanted. Like you said, when people come up to you at shows, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
I appreciate it.
You appreciate
You appreciate
it.
it.
appreciate it.
That's
Don't
what I'm saying.
stop.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
more so
Appreciate
like
y'all.
the
It's more like,
acknowledgement of, hey,
Yeah.
I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this.
Yeah.
You recognize my work. You recognize me from what it is that I've done.
Yes.
I think it's more so like I
Yes.
appreciate the acknowledgement
Yes.
more than the attention because we could do anything to get attention.
I was about to say that.
And that's one of the things, like
Yeah.
on this podcast in particular, I think we are very grounded in who we are as people, which is why I kind of think it's worked against us, right? Like we've had such a slow burn because we've been so true to who we are. I think there's a difference between acknowledgement and clout. And I think that's
Absolutely.
the spectrum.
Yeah.
You talk about a spectrum of attention. It's like, all right, acknowledgement is at one end, clout is at the other end. Where do you want to fall when it comes to that? Because I can't lie. there is a moment where I go to a party and people acknowledge me for what it is that I do, and I enjoy that.
That's good.
I
There's nothing wrong with that.
enjoy the free
There's
drinks.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I enjoy the acknowledgement of, yo, bro, I listen to your podcast, or I know your work. Like, yo, let me buy you a drink, or yo, how's your day going? Like, wait, oh shit.
But they know your work.
SaVon?
You see what I'm saying?
But that's what it is.
It
Like,
wasn't
I
like,
appreciate that.
SaVon said some wild shit. It's like,
we know him
that's
for
where
that.
I know you from.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
No,
Yes,
literally
I
at In My Bag, Eddin's party, a guy came up to me and SaVon and bought us drinks because he
that's
loved
just
me
off the
to
pod.
know.
Shout out to
the
them.
pod.
Too.
Word, shout out to them. But yeah, let's actually talk about In My Bag, right?
Yeah.
It's that season. 'Tis the season.
Oh, yeah.
I have been to many of In My Bags. I would love for you to tell me your role in that, because I truly don't understand it. Tell me how it started, and tell the people where they can go.
Yeah,
and find
so
it.
In My Bag, I would say I'm one of the coordinators, one of the DJs, and one of the hosts of In My Bag. Shout out to Andres, shout out to Misa, shout out to Ann, shout out to Mike, of course. We throw this party. I'm gonna say, well, this summer we were throwing it every fucking month.
Y'all was killing that shit.
We was going crazy.
All the hit.
Yeah, I even threw one at 4 p.m.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was at work. They was like, yeah, we're partying together. I'm like, what?
The next one we're gonna do it November 22nd, right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
In My Bag, the way I kind of got into that, it was actually from Mike. Shout out to Mike, because Mike came up to me. He was talking to me during the event at the Bronx Brewery, and we were just kind of vibing off of each other. He like kind of got me more in touch with the Uptown scene, even though I was DJing since like I'd say 2014, like doing like house parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He got me in touch with the guys, and I was doing videos. I was doing video recaps. I still to this day do like party video recaps. People love that stuff. And after that, I got like closer with them. We started partying together more. We started connecting more. And I was like, oh, like, I kind of was like more in tune with In My Bag. It's like, oh, it's like a sing-along party. I was like, all right, bet. Right? And it's just fun. It's just fun.
Oh, yes, it
is. Yeah,
is.
it's like, partying nowadays is just a little tough.
Talk about it.
I feel
I
you
want you to
because,
open
like,
up
I
about
don't-
that,
Yeah.
actually.
Honestly-
A lot of shit got corny to me. I'm going to be honest with you, bro.
I get it.
I got to keep it buck.
And
like,
I totally understand.
People try to make fun of me these days, like, yo, hey, like, you don't really live like how you used to. Like, I'm going to be honest with y'all, yo. It's not the same no more.
It don't be
gang.
hit.
It's
But
not the
people
same
like
for
him
me.
is what makes my job fun, though.
Yeah, because you could take it there.
Because exactly, right?
I
It's
like
that,
that.
and it's like figuring out what's like the next step to make this party work without being like a theme party. Like I've seen too many like dance hall versus Afrobeat party, or
seen
like
them all.
2000s
reggaeton
party.
versus like
I'm tired.
bachata party, or like R&B versus hip hop party, or Drake versus Kanye party, like shit like
man,
that.
that's crazy.
And it gets stale.
Honestly, you guys don't even need any of that because people just go to your parties now, and you guys like have a brand now, and it just sells out every time.
I love it.
Which
Yeah.
hey, I appreciate that every single person that goes to In My Bag. It's always so much fun, and it's always fun to see like the different venues that we did. Because I think the time that you guys came, we were gonna do it in the Bronx, and then we switched. We had to switch
Last
it up.
minute, I
Yeah,
remember
we had to
that.
switch it up last minute because of the whole like I guess
Rain.
Canadian fire. No, it was the
No,
Canadian fires.
Oh yes,
The
it was
forest fires.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was the Canadian
I remember that
fires.
so clearly because John was like, he's the one that got me to go to the In My Bags, and then, because he also knows like Andres.
Yeah.
And he like, I remember that brown sugar night. I was like, yo, SaVon, there's this party, you want to come through? And then he's like, yo, I know Eddin, let's come through. And we still talk about that party to this day.
That was a
To
crazy
this
night.
day. No,
That was a
and
great
like,
one.
I don't really like partying anymore. Like I go to my
that was
boyfriend's
great.
parties, I go to our mixers,
Yeah.
and I only
Shout
go
out
to
to
In My
Imaginary
Bag.
Players. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
they do a lot of great events.
Yeah.
I
Imaginary
don't like
Players.
partying anymore, but I will always go to In My Bag. Like it's just different. Like
It
I feel
is.
like I'm promoting you guys right now. Like
I gotta catch one now. I gotta
I'm gonna clip that and put it up.
I'm not gonna lie, I will be there. I will be there.
I gotta
Like,
catch that now.
I would love for y'all to be there. Hell yeah.
the thing about
swayed
In My
me,
Bag, the thing about partying today is like it's not about all right.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's changed, right? I'm
Yeah.
not going there to dance all the time. I'm going there to vibe. I'm going there to feel like energy. Like partying used to be like, oh, I want to go there. I want to meet this girl. I want to make sure I get this amount of dances.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not that no more. We in a different era.
we grown.
I just want the energy to be right. I want the DJ to play the songs that I want
the
to hear.
songs, the
Like
music.
I want to feel something when I go out, and that's
we
what y'all
love
do.
DJs who know how to do mashups very well. That's
Oh,
like
y'all
the
kill it.
big thing
Yo.
for us.
Y'all kill it.
Mike,
Because
yes.
oh yeah, shout out to Mike. Oh yeah, he kills that shit.
Y'all kill it.
And another thing for us is that we want it to be as interactive as possible. We're not a fan of like shout out to lounges and shit like that, but we're not a big fan of lounges.
Good.
We don't want people to sit down.
And I'm
We want
over
people to get up,
And I'm over
talk.
buying $400 for a $35 bottle. Yeah.
See, and that's
SaVon
the thing.
did that, though.
You know what's funny though?
I'm very You can go to the store real quick and go cop this.
No, but listen.
Like, what?
This is the measurement of a very good party and a very good DJ.
I'm listening. Yeah.
Every single time that he has DJ'd,
Yeah.
I have felt compelled to go buy a bottle. Reggie, am I lying?
I literally have a
Whenever he
video.
DJs,
But you know
I
what, though?
purchase bottles.
I'm not mad at you buying a bottle. It was, you know how the structure was when we was coming up. Get a
sure.
section. The section's $1,200. You get 2 regular bottles.
But it gotta be worth
that you could
it.
cop.
It gotta be worth it.
From
It gotta
down
be
the block.
worth it. And
like, son.
people like Eddin
Yeah, it gotta
is
be worth
why
it.
he makes it worth it, because I'm like, yo, I don't want to leave.
He already swayed me.
I don't want to keep buying drinks. And I know, like, if I buy this bottle, it's going to attract a certain energy.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So wait, if he's making me feel a certain way, I'm about to make all these people in here make me feel a certain way. Yeah, so
But we
bring all the bottles.
can't have that without, again, shout out to D. Shout out to Andres who hosts the parties.
Yes.
9
Right.
times out of 10.
Syracuse alum,
He was like, yeah,
period.
Syracuse,
Hey,
yeah.
okay.
Like, he always kills that shit. He knows how to bring the energy. We just want people to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
That's fire.
I'm not a, like, I know there's always going to be people who's going to just, like, sit down and, like, kind of chill and shit like that. And I get that. But I love watching people dance.
Yeah.
I
Y'all
love
do a great
it's,
job.
It's sing your heart out.
Yeah.
That's our biggest
Absolutely.
thing.
That's
Do
fire.
not be afraid to come to one of our parties and sing your heart out. If your favorite song is playing, sing your heart out. Like, enjoy it. And it's just, and we love the call and response. That's like where Andres like kills it every single
Yo,
time.
he is a born like MC.
Yeah.
He'd be like, yo, everybody, look, girls in the back yet?
Yeah.
Like, he'd be like going crazy.
Every
There's so
single
many
one.
pictures of me at my bag going like just like singing.
Well, I definitely put you in one of our promos
Huh?
too.
Oh no, guys, go to MIBag NYC on Instagram and watch their reel. Like, I be in that like on the
Yeah.
But you gotta understand, we got a lot of listeners who aren't from New York, right?
Oh, yes,
so when
yeah.
they hear "in my bag," they're gonna spell it I-N.
Oh yeah, I-N. It's E with an accent and N. And like
N.
Espanol. So it's like a bilingual party.
It's-
You know, so you hear a lot
Espanol,
of like
okay. And my
Latin
bag.
song. You hear a lot of Bad Bunny, Feed. You have Miko. You have a lot of different artists.
If you want to
Absolutely.
party with us, we're literally telling you right now we're going to the next one, guys.
Yeah,
okay?
I will certainly.
But
be
that's
there.
not all you listen to. You're not just listening to Latin and hip hop. You got dance hall. You got reggae. You
No,
got Afro.
Mike
You got Beyond. You
literally
got everything.
he figures out how to
Gotcha.
play. He played like the Cheetah Girls and shit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
fire.
Yeah.
That's
and it
hard.
works. He's amazing.
I have one request before you actually get on set. I'm gonna give you one request.
What's up?
I just need to hear NSYNC.
Oh yeah. Wait,
however
hold
you
on.
gotta
No,
do it.
they- no, but they
However
always
you gotta
play
do
it.
Hold
it.
on. All right, so I want to see where this room is at though.
Let's do it.
Shit.
Oh
You
shit.
are-
Damn, he
I'm
didn't
gonna
even
win.
have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna win. Don't worry, y'all. Look, I told you he cannot be a real nigga, Eddin. Did I not
That's
tell you
not
that?
true, Eddin.
Stop being a real nigga for
Eddin,
once.
She's
I
already
swear.
telling me what side she's on.
Eddin, I swear. When I was
Wait, I like both. I can't even tell the difference.
Oh,
Oh no,
you
I'm
can't
bye,
even
bye,
tell
bye.
the
No, I'm
difference.
bye. I'm bye.
That's me.
Give me
I
that.
don't know the difference,
Peace.
Eddin.
I'm in sync. Like, I'm an NSYNC fan.
Who's
Feel me?
Who in there?
Wait.
Who all in there?
wait?
My
Which
brother.
one is? Wait. Which one's? It's gonna be me.
That's
Okay,
it.
okay.
You can't do that, bro.
The fact that you
Yo,
don't know which one is which is killing
really
me.
it gets
don't.
me tight, bro.
Eddin,
I know
don't be
all
mad at
the
me,
Real
songs.
quick.
I don't
So
know which
You,
one's
you don't
which.
know. You don't care which one is which.
I don't know.
I have a theory. I have a
I don't
theory.
know.
And
The
I
one
want
with
to
Justin
prove.
Timberlake.
I want to prove my theory
That's
is true.
NSYNC?
Yeah.
What year were you born?
94.
Thank you.
Really?
Okay,
Might be
so
onto something.
listen.
Might
I
be
have
onto
this
something.
theory, right? So they're both born. Y'all mind me? Tell me.
Nah.
96.
Do you care, Reggie?
What?
Do you care?
Care about what?
You
Wait,
just
oh, she already said
born.
96.
She said 96.
Too late.
Yeah.
I care about. No, I don't care.
Alright,
They were both born 96.
Yeah.
I'm born 94, right? 94, I feel like we have an appreciation for the Britney Spears, for the
Yep,
Justin
shots
Timberlake,
me.
for the Backstreet Boys. 96, they just missed it.
So what do you have
Because-
rock with?
Not me.
But listen, right? I'm gonna give you my
crazy.
science, and then you tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So in 2001,
Yeah.
we were in first grade.
Yes.
Around that time.
Yeah.
Right? First grade. I remember I had the NSYNC lunchbox, all that shit, whatever. Cool. I was there. I remember it.
You had the Lunchable?
I remember
No, it was
NSYNC.
inescapable.
It
Like,
was. It
yeah.
I
was.
remember it, right?
It was.
They were what, in preschool?
Yeah.
For 96?
Yeah.
So their first introduction to music was like 2003 with 50 Cent.
For sure.
Oh, okay.
That
In
is what I remember.
2003, NSYNC was gone.
Also, it doesn't
There's a
matter.
pun in there. I don't know if you knew that. Sorry.
He really loves
That's
them.
my
It's a-
guy.
it's an NSYNC song.
Yeah,
Wait, I don't think it even matters where you grew up though, because my boyfriend is obsessed with NSYNC and he's from Flatbush. So like,
what year
everywhere.
was he born?
Where was he born?
93. Sorry.
Oh,
babe.
exactly.
Yeah.
So anybody like 94 and before, like
Yeah.
we have an appreciation for like the boy bands, Backstreet Boy, NSYNC.
That makes sense.
Like y'all just don't get it, and I'm not trying to slate y'all.
No. It makes
but
sense.
I think that's a real
It makes
thing.
sense.
What
That's
kind
my
of pop
theory.
music do you guys like though?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm into anything that I like. A little Olivia Rodrigo joints.
Okay.
I like some
real pop.
Any old school pop?
Look, I fuck with Pink. I fuck with Pink.
Okay. Kelly Clarkson?
I fuck with Kelly Clarkson.
Okay.
What they sing?
Kelly Clarkson is a Taurus.
I don't know.
What they sing?
Eddin, he's making fun of how I was raised,
bro,
yo. I don't like that shit, yo.
Bro,
yo, Eddin,
you said Pink. What she sing?
Katy Perry?
Regionally,
What does she sing,
hot
bro?
and cold. Yes,
See?
you know. You're in and you're out. You're up and you're
Hey,
down.
hey.
You're wrong
And
when
you're
it's
right.
you're black and it's
white.
We fight, we break up.
What?
We kiss, we make up.
See?
He's tight.
See?
He's got no time, nigga. Don't tap me, nigga. You ain't no Katy Perry. I know Katy. I know Katy.
Yo, you regional.
But now Pete though. But see, regionally, when Katy Perry came out, I'm a little older. Right?
Older?
Bro, when
You're younger than me.
Yeah, I know, but in terms of my life.
He swear,
like,
yo, real
in terms
nigga
of
all the time.
you grew up
Bro, how I was raised, bro? Niggas wasn't talking about NSYNC or Backstreet Boys.
Eddin.
Bro, I didn't even have a white person in my town, Eddin.
Can you tell him to
That's
stop
crazy.
being
You know
a
what I'm saying?
all the time?
To be honest with you.
All
No,
the
this
time.
is.
I grew up in
But
Grand
people don't
Concourse. Like, I definitely didn't have no white people around there.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I blame my
that's
sister.
like
Shout out to my sister. That's the reason why I got into NSYNC.
I'm the only child.
Yeah, and mind you, she was like, she was
She's
the one that
older?
came from. So my family's from Nicaragua. So she came from Nicaragua when she was like 8.
Gotcha.
She got into
Nicaragua.
that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Actually, you know what's funny? Fun fact.
Yeah.
For her birthday last year, I got her a cameo from Chris Kirkpatrick.
Wow.
Yeah, from one of the NSYNC members. Yeah.
That's
I did that
crazy.
just for her.
I know she was fucking like, whoa.
Oh, she was ecstatic.
Wait, what you hit him up and be like, it's my sister, like give her a
It
shout
was like
out?
no, you just like you
cameo.
pay for a cameo, so like you get a shout out from like a celebrity. So they have like a whole list of them.
Gotcha.
He was like what, like mind you, it's only like a minute. It's like a minute thing.
they
But you
get
let
right
them,
to
you
it.
let him know like what's the name, the pronunciation, like what's the special
love.
occasion.
Yeah.
It was like 170. No, it was like 250.
Oh my
Yeah,
God! Like
that's
2
what's
years
up.
ago, I was dating this guy. Wait. I'm sorry. 2 years ago, I was dating this guy, and he was obsessed with Larry June, and I got him a shout out for his birthday.
That's lit.
That's hard.
See,
I love
I'm
that.
thoughtful
That's
or whatever,
hard.
but now we don't. Now we're blocked on Instagram.
Damn.
That's even better.
Those are the best people in the world.
And now I have a boyfriend, so
That's even
yeah.
better. That's even better.
But it's so crazy, like listening back to the conversation. You guys were just shaming Alex for 10 minutes straight about not knowing white music.
Yo, he trying to
What do you
shame me
mean?
for my upbringing.
I do that.
Not you, Eddie. He know me.
shame
That's
him.
why I'm like, I got smoke with Bull right
He
now.
smoked that Katy Perry though.
That
Nah,
thank
he
you,
did.
because
He did.
again,
He
back
did,
to what
like,
I'm saying.
you-
See, now I
yeah.
was a teenager when Katy Perry came out.
He knew the
So
whole
I'm
song.
able to
Alright.
digest shit now. For me?
I'm gonna do white boy band trivia. All right, and I'm gonna just
He
give you.
can't answer. He just told you.
I
Try
know,
it.
I
Okay,
know.
okay, let's
Try
try.
it. Try
But
it.
he might
Let's
prove
try,
me.
let's try.
Try it.
He's proven me wrong so many times
Just
in
now.
life.
Just now.
And
I think he loves that, by the way.
He does.
He loves when
loves
you
it.
prove him
He
wrong.
loves it. He loves it.
anyway, all three of y'all. Well, not you, because I think you're gonna get
You
it.
gonna get it? All right.
What band
Yeah.
is Nick Lachey
Oh,
from?
Ah, fuck. I know he got a wifey that he divorced.
okay.
Okay.
He's just saying anything he knows about white men.
That was close enough.
I'm on par with something.
Wait.
Nick
It had,
Lachey.
wait, no. It had a number in it.
Had a number in it?
It did.
It wasn't
That is
Blink
cor-
182. I know that.
He's just saying white shit now.
I'm gonna just say what it
But
was.
I'm not gonna lie. He gave a white band with a
on,
number.
man.
No,
With a number.
That's good.
Come
you
on.
gave a number.
Come on.
He's using clues.
I'm trying. They just wasn't discussing it.
No, he just saying. He's like, oh, it was a Green Day.
It wasn't Green Day. Them niggas is from the UK.
It was not Green
Wait,
Day.
no,
something.
you got it.
Are they?
Is it 92 degrees?
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
90. I don't know. 98.
Is it
98?
Wait,
Is it
98?
98
One
degrees?
of them niggas. It
This
was
nigga didn't even know.
98.
98.
I was an NSYNC fan, all right?
It was 90. I don't.
Let's see. Is it? What is it?
Wait, I
But I know
thought.
it wasn't Blink 182.
Oh, 98 degrees. There you
98.
go. Yeah.
Wait, I thought he was in. You would think he's in like Backstreet Boys though, because Nick Lachey.
There was a Nick Carter,
Yes.
Because you know the Nick Lachey name, and then
98 degrees.
and there was an Aaron Carter.
Aaron
And now
Carter.
he
He just
hosted Love
passed.
is
Aaron
Blind.
Carter. Oh man, rest in power.
Yeah,
man.
rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. But yeah, I like to get on him about like
Yeah.
his lack of knowledge and like white people.
I be
culture.
trying.
But shout out to you because you like encompass all of the music when we
That's
go to
another
In My
thing
Bag.
for us when it comes to In My Bag.
Diversity.
We don't
I love it.
care of the decade when it comes to the music.
Nice.
As long as you know how to flow it right properly, that's where it's fun for us.
Got it.
Yeah, like you're gonna be there dancing, but you're gonna be there absolutely singing no matter what.
Gotcha.
Sing your heart out. In My
I love
Bag.
that.
November 22nd.
I wanted to ask you one last thing before we get out of there.
Please.
How important is your piece to you? Because I heard you mention something earlier, and you said that you have your notifications turned off. And I'll speak personally. I do the same. Like every notification on my phone, from Twitter to messages to FaceTime to Instagram, I literally have to go to the app to see what's going on. and it's brought me a ton of peace. Is that the reason why you did it?
I did that a couple of years back, 100%. It was from two reasons. One, just because, like, I don't know, I don't want it to control me. So if I didn't get into like video and stuff like that, I would have done more so psychology and therapy, right? When it comes to college, I went to City College of New York, right? Shout out to CCNY Beavers, yeah. Crazy mascot, by the way. I'm not very proud of the whole Beaver thing, but man, are they Beavers?
No, it's fine because I love Syracuse University, but we are the oranges.
Oranges.
So mine is even
orange
worse
compared to a beaver.
Mine's even worse.
Y'all can eat
An orange is way better.
No.
Have you guys seen how the beaver looks like? He looks goofy as fuck.
Yeah, he right.
I'm not gonna lie. So I met this
going
kid
orange.
on Xbox, right? And I asked him the crazy things that he eats. He's from Tennessee. He said he eats squirrel dumplings.
Yeah.
And then I asked him, like, what's a good meat versus bad meat? And he said beavers was bad meat.
That's crazy. Yeah. Bro, they be hunting out there, like, for real.
It would be like a little tough, beavers.
Yeah.
Have you ate beaver before?
No, I said it would be. Like, I'm just assuming.
Are you assuming what a beaver would taste like?
Racist,
Yes.
bro. Yeah, I was
Damn,
gonna go ask
crazy.
my co-host if he ate beaver.
Oh my gosh. I walked right into my house, so it's okay.
Don't ever do that again, bro.
No, that one was my fault. It wasn't his fault.
It was.
You sure?
See, look at him.
Let my man Eddin answer.
You tried to make it seem like I said you were built bad. So
No, shit like that again.
I mean,
Yo,
you did
eat
kind of
turkey?
a little
I did
bit.
not
Yo, you
say
eat
that.
turkey?
You did kind of.
You eat turkey?
See, look, there.
I'm here.
See, every year. This is the season, though. It's the season.
Turkey's a lean meat, though.
You just called me a lean meat. I don't know how I feel about
Oh my
that.
god.
That was wild.
But you lean, though.
My piece, though.
Yeah.
My piece in being lean
My
meat.
piece, though. Yeah.
Yeah, so one is like, I just don't want it to control me. So the whole psychology thing. So Pavlov and the bell, right? It's conditioning, right? So that's how we get so used to shit, right? You hear the ding, you respond. You hear the ding, you respond. You hear the ding, you respond. It goes with dogs a lot, right?
I also don't like waking up and looking at my phone first in the morning.
Man, but I agree, and that kills me too.
Keep going.
But
Yo,
we have
That's
to,
my
though.
thing.
Keep going.
But that's my thing.
Yes, padlock, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, so the Pavlov theory is that there were dogs, right? And every time a dog would he would ding a bell, and then he would feed the dog, right? Ding a bell, feed the dog, ding, feed the dog. Then he would ding the bell, and he would not feed the dog, and you would see the dog salivating, right? Because it was so accustomed to the conditioning, right? Of being fed every single time. So that's how we're conditioned. We hear the ding, we think it's a notification, we think it's a message from whoever you want to get a message from, right? And your phones are so well programmed, right? They know that you're looking at your phone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever realize this, but once you open your phone, you just start getting way more notifications
Way more.
from everything else, like an email.
Just like
everything.
other apps.
Yeah, it's like,
Like,
oh,
I
by
be
the
getting,
way,
like
you haven't
Grubhub.
checked your Duolingo today. You should go on Duolingo
You
real
should
quick.
check your WhatsApp.
Yeah, exactly. And it's sick. But I mean, I get it. I respect the hustle. But
Yeah.
like, I didn't want that. Especially from IG.
Yeah.
I love IG. Facebook, from TikTok, because I love TikTok too. Because doom scrolling is such a real thing.
Yeah.
That was one
Keep
thing.
going and going.
Exactly.
And
I couldn't
going.
help. I can't help it, right? And especially as a person who like produces content, you're like, ooh, this shit is lit. The other side was I had an ex at that time who like would not stop texting me, like not stop.
You gotta mute
and this
her.
is but so that was a time where mute wasn't a thing and do not disturb wasn't a
shit.
thing, and
No.
And you
oh my
couldn't
God.
tell her that you didn't want to see her every day.
No,
No,
because
I
you can't
can't
tell
imagine.
women
What kind
that.
of pussy you eating?
You can't tell what kind of pussy. Crazy pussy. Crazy pussy for sure.
What's going on?
Crazy pussy for
This
sure.
guy's
And this is why I have
That's
to
the best.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
imagine like
best.
a time where I can't mute people on text. Like I mute everybody. Like I can't imagine. Not
Yeah,
having
most
that.
time, 9 times out of 10, I mean, my phone is automatically set for 12 o'clock. Do not disturb.
Yeah. Like,
Because like it's
Like
also
midnight?
like also like working freelancing, and I'm sure y'all can relate. Like
Yeah.
people will hit you up at any time.
They don't respect your hours.
They don't respect your
that
hours.
is a very good
And as,
point.
as a
Yeah.
when I was especially first starting, that was my fault
Yeah.
because I opened up that door for people. Oh, hit me up whenever
You
time.
didn't set your boundaries.
Yeah. I was like, yo, like it's cool. Like let me know because I wanted to be there for them and be as efficient and like as optimal as I could be.
But now,
And that now
you're busier now.
backfires.
Yeah, I'm like I cannot be hit up at 1 a.m. for whatever shit.
Yeah,
that
I had to
happened.
set that boundary with publicists because they'll text me like casually. I'm like, you don't know me, like stop doing this. But the notification thing, that I love that you pointed that out. Like when your phone is unlocked and then you start getting a lot more. I be getting like DoorDash notifications, like,
Yeah.
yo, did you want to finish your order?
Yo, look at this new restaurant that just opened up in your area. And you're like, damn.
I'm like, what? Wow.
So that's kind of how I kind of did that. And that's how I kind of protect my peace because it's just like I don't. I don't need all that.
No, and I can tell you really do because you seem very grounded. You're chill. You're not really phased about like this whole like glam life and everything. So yeah.
No, look, again, I'll go back to saying to our previous topic, I love it. I like attention. I love attention. I'll say that, right? But in the sense of acknowledgement. If I'm doing a good job, I like giving myself attention, if anything. I'm taking care of myself.
Self-care.
I'm doing shit for myself.
Yes.
Like, it's like, yes, I will do a good job, but I gotta make sure at the same time as I'm doing this good job that I'm not ruining a piece of myself at the same time. That's not
big on that.
And where I'll even give again Rory Mal credit, where like I appreciate them a lot, is that they give me that creative liberty. But at the same time that they know when I'm like I'm not gonna respond to that call. Like if you hit me up at one point,
I'm glad though because I think most people just think you're just this happy-go-lucky guy all the time.
Nah, fuck that.
But
I'll be depressed as hell. What you mean?
There's a balance in this shit. Like I could get mean too.
There's a shout out. His Dualita is his name. It's just two sides. You feel me? It's duality. You know what I'm saying?
You know the fans, though, they think you like to joke a lot. You never know. No, I got different versions.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. But there will
versions.
be times that I will take it into a
It's
serious
a lot.
note when it's necessary. You know what I'm
don't
saying?
play with me.
Yeah, like, but and it's like, I don't know. People, I don't let just anybody push my buttons. It has to be so personal.
Gotcha.
For that to happen. Like, you have to really like try to dig so deep for that to happen. If you're gonna comment about something I do in terms of work, I'm like, okay,
cool.
Yeah, if you want to get that off, sure. Like that's as far as I let it go.
You don't let everything affect you.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, there's gonna be some things that make it through. Like on a bad day.
Everything irritates
On a
me.
bad day, shit hits hard.
Yeah.
You're like, damn. Like, what else could go wrong?
Oh my God, I love when like I get offended about something that I usually don't because then I know my period's coming the next day.
I wish it was that easy for us though.
No, it's really like so, and I'm not even, I know it's like a joke and everybody has joked about it,
No,
but
that's
like it's really like biologically, like your hormones are doing something and like it's so like apparent and unavoidable that I'm like, whoa, like this is really, why am I acting like this? Boom, the next day.
I think when we were in high school, like they should have taught us a class on how the women and the male, female, like the bodies.
No, yeah, because
like I wish I understood women in that
No,
way.
yeah,
Like,
because
I
if
had no
it-
idea.
if it's
I
like-
did, but I didn't know
I
the hormonal effects that women went through.
But I
They were
also
just
think
showing us
because
what, like,
people don't know,
syphilis look like.
it's like
Yeah, exactly. They went more into like
The health
STDs
version.
and shit like that.
Which
more
is
than
cool.
they
Which is
did, like-
important.
Which is
Oh, no,
great.
which is super important. Don't get it
For
twisted.
sure.
But not being like informed, like really,
But,
like
yeah.
there's a chemical change in our brains and our bodies that makes us act like this. And I know like it's like not really taken seriously because it's like a joke now, like, oh my God, she's PMSing. But like if SaVon's point is like, yeah, if it was really taught in a serious way, I feel like we would all just be in more harmony.
If any dude around you is making PMS jokes, they need to grow the fuck up.
Okay, I also think
We're
so
like
too.
we're like 27 plus here. Like that's like so like
That's incel shit. That's incel shit.
gone,
Yeah,
gone.
I agree.
Real quick before we go,
Yeah.
I've been really like intrigued by girl math and boy math, and you kind of sparked this idea in me. I want you to let me know about this girl math. Would you say that cash is like actually you spending money?
Okay, so I use my credit card and debit card for everything, just everyday purchases. I spend a lot of money because I commute to work. But if on like a special occasion I want to treat myself and I go out to lunch and I pay with a $20 bill instead, that sandwich was free.
What?
It just doesn't, because it didn't come out. It didn't come out of my bank account, so I didn't spend any money. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they said boy math is doing FanDuel every single day and not winning nothing.
Oh shit,
That's me.
That is boy math. Fuck.
They got you with that
Every
one.
week. That was like, damn. Damn.
And then wondering like, yo, damn, I really can't pay for this dinner tonight. Yo, that's crazy.
Little FanDuel.
First of all, by the way, he's the reason why I never want to do FanDuel.
Me?
Let's talk about it.
Talk
Yes.
about it.
I love
In a good way. In a good way.
I love talking about how gifted he is.
Nah,
Like,
he's good at
Because
it.
you be hitting.
He be hitting. He's
And
good.
I've never done FanDuel like at any set, but every time I've seen you, I'm like, I'm so happy for him. I'm never doing this because I can only imagine how many times you haven't hit. It'd be like
Yes.
that, right?
Way
Certain
more.
parlays and shit like that, right?
Way more.
But seeing the W's, I'm like, I don't want to take that risk.
Yeah, it's a lot. But nah, yo, we appreciate you pulling up, man.
This has been
Legit,
great, man.
like,
I
again,
Dude, you're such a good potter.
Yeah,
Like,
for
wow.
real.
I hope
he's
so.
nice.
After 5 years, God, I hope so.
I've learned so much about you today. You're a good guy.
Thanks, man.
Great
Appreciate
guy.
that. I appreciate
And
that,
thank
bro.
you again. Like we had Nyla on the show, and Nyla, she actually
Hey,
did.
shout out to Nyla Simone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nyla
she's
Simone.
lit.
She did our first Need to Know mixer.
Yeah.
And you did this year's Need to Know mixer. So y'all are a part of us. Like I always have these moments where I look at our peers and I look at the people in the space, and I'm just grateful.
Yeah.
Like sometimes there's no other word that you can describe how you feel other than like gratitude.
Word.
And like I'm just grateful to know that y'all are willing to be like, hey, I want to be a part of this and I'm willing to do this. And I'll make the time. And it was that easy with you. It was easy with Nyla. Like we didn't have to sell ourselves to be like, hey man, so we're this podcast and I know Rory and Mal, and it was just like, hey bro, are you free this day? What is it gonna take? Let's make it happen. Right. I bet. And that was it. So I do want to say
I feel like there's always been like a mutual acknowledgement in space between us.
Yeah, for sure.
Without saying anything.
For sure. Absolutely.
Like, for sure.
Always, man. And again, like I said, I've been a fan from the beginning. Yeah. I remember I was actually on my way to produce one of Joe Budden's podcasts when I first heard of you on Flagrant 2 with Andrew. Sick. And I remember listening and it was like, hey, we got this new producer. His name is Eddin. And they describe you as being a Latino man, and I was like, "Oh, who is he?" No, legit. I'm telling you, I was like, "Oh shit!" There's another producer in this space on a prominent podcast who
in New York.
Yeah,
crazy, right?
It was just like in New York, and there was some parallels between our stories at that time. And there's so few people. There's so few of us. You know, like there's not too many of us who last. Like maybe they might do it for a little bit, but to see you do your thing, see you land with Rory and Mal, know your journey, and honestly get to learn more about it on this podcast. Like, so thank you for like, you know, pulling up and being open with us on that.
Look at us now.
Yeah. Right? Legit. Yeah. And I'm going to announce this today. They don't know. So I like to get on this podcast and just drop shit.
Look at Regi's face.
Sometimes I just make announcements on the podcast.
Look at Regi.
So I am going to make a collective executive decision because y'all are going to agree. Y'all are going to agree.
All right, now I believe you.
For the next mixer, we will have a later in time because if Eddin is able to be at our mixer, I need to hear those tunes.
We're going to be out till 4 a.m.
Okay. All right, that's it. Y'all agree?
I'm with you.
We all in the same?
Fire spot that y'all chose last time, by the way.
Thank you.
That shit was beautiful.
Thank you.
I know that shit wasn't cheap.
I'm glad you know.
That shit did not look cheap.
I'm glad you.
Yo, the equipment that they had, I don't know how well y'all like with.
They had
that shit was expensive.
Very expensive.
Wow.
Very expensive.
So we
like
did
the
that
good stuff.
The good shit.
Wow.
That's what's up. And we had a good DJ, good vibes,
shout out
good
to Key
energy.
Brown, yo.
Yeah, shout out to Key.
She was fire.
We might just throw it at that spot next
No, we definitely.
We just might run it back.
That's another collective executive decision we made. Fly this at the Bogart House next year. No,
it worked out so beautifully. Like, why not?
And it was like an outside inside for smokers, drinkers.
It was amazing. It was amazing. So again, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
Again, you're on a much larger platform, but if there's anybody who's not familiar, please let them know where they can find you.
back. I'm back here ASAP.
He loves us.
It's done.
Say less. It's done. Let them know where they can find you.
Thank you, Eddin, on every piece of social media that you're on. Listen to me on the New Rory Mal podcast, and in my bag 11/22/2023. If you don't know what that means, it's November 22nd. Just come through. Have fun. Yeah.
And with that being said, it has been the Need to Know podcast. It is what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. Shout out and thank you, Eddin.